Thank you very much, Logan, as we are getting ready here for tonight's football game. And it's a Class A playoff game. Joining me to my right-hand man, it's the one and only Joe Jacobs. Welcome back.
Hey, hello, everyone. And hi, Kyle.
Hi. Well, it's nice to have you back here because it's fun when I don't have to talk too much. Right?
Yeah. I'll gab for you a little bit. I'll fill in some words.
Yeah, I think people got annoyed with me last week.
Oh,
no, I don't know.
So.
Anyway, once again, we are here for Class A playoff football action for this afternoon. It is a Class A first-round playoff football game between the Ellendale Edgeley-Kulm Thunder taking on the Park River Fordville-Lankin Aggies in Kulm. And Joe, this is our first Class A game that we've had in a while on the radio here.
Yeah, what was it? How many? That was, a month ago?
A month ago. Well, since I guess we did last week we did, but I meant a playoff game.
Yeah, playoff, yes. You're right. It's been, we didn't do any. Did we get any last year?
We didn't get any last year.
We didn't get any last year.
So for this week, it is the battle of the black and gold, you could say, Joe, because the Aggies, black and gold and white, and for the Thunder, black, gold, and white. So both teams are pretty much the same colors. Thank goodness one of them was wearing a white jersey for the away team, and one's wearing a black jersey for the home team. Right, Joe?
Yes, for our sake and looking at the numbers, yes, that's going to be a big help.
And now, before we get going for this game, we should note that we usually follow the teams in our region for the playoffs. There's only 3 teams remaining in our region for 9-man and Class A. Class A would be right here, Ellendale, Edgeley-Kulm, and there's 2 teams remaining for 9-man in our region. That's Kidder County and also Napoleon Gackle Streeter. So, next week's playoff schedule is to be announced because it all depends what happens this afternoon across the state. Napoleon is taking on Cavalier in Napoleon, and then Kidder County is taking on Hankinson in Hankinson. And, of course, this afternoon's game, it's all up in the air of who plays who, and we'll find out our broadcast schedule most likely after tonight. Right, Joe?
Yep, that's for sure. We'll find out. We'll let everyone know as soon as we can.
All right, let's get going here. This is a Region 1 versus Region 2 matchup. Number 2 seed, Ellendale Edgeley-Kulm versus the number 3 seed from Region 2, Park River Fordville-Lankin. Both of these teams enter with a 6-2 overall record. The Thunder are 4-1 in the region, and Park River Fordville-Lankin is 3-2 in the region. Park River Fordville-Lankin actually had to play Harvey last week to get into the playoffs, which they won 32-16. And we should mention, Park River Fordville-Lankin, 2-time defending state champion, Joe. So the Thunder have a lot of work to do.
That's right. Yeah, it'll be 3 years ago. We were up and did a game. Linton, Hazelton, Moffett, Braddock played this team, which, granted, that's 3 years ago, but, wow, they look good, and they defeated Linton HMB there. The Aggies did at that game up at Park River. That was probably our last
Class A playoff game.
Yeah,
because Linton was Class A for 2 years until they moved down to 9-man for these last 2 years. So that was the last time I think we had a playoff game for Class A football. And here we are about 3 years later, and it's Park River Fordville-Lankin taking on Ellendale Edgeley-Kulm. Moving on now, whoever wins this game has to play the number 1 seed and undefeated Larimore. And they are the team to beat this year, Joe.
Yes, they are.
And taking a look here, it was a great season for both of these teams. The only 2 losses for Park River Fordville-Lankin comes from the Langdon area Munich, which they are playing Carrington for the playoff game here this afternoon. And they also lost to Larimore 40-0. That's a tough region, I would have to say, because, of course, Larimore's ranked number 1, and the Langdon Munich ranked number 2 in the state. That's a tough region to come out of with Park River, the defending state champion.
Yep.
Moving on here, the Ellendale Edgeley-Kulm, their 2 losses. They come from Larimore, 49-23. That was earlier in the season. And their other loss came to Northern Cass, which was 50-26. Northern Cass, of course, is the number 1 seed out of Region 1. And also, Northern Cass is receiving votes in the polls. And speaking of the polls, Joe, both of these teams tonight are receiving votes. Not enough to get in the top 5, but they're getting enough votes, which we're going to have a good game here this afternoon, Joe.
Yeah, now Park River Fordville-Lankin has been ranked all season, Kyle.
Yep.
Is that correct?
They've been kind of in and out of the rankings, but they've been ranked and receiving votes almost all season.
Yep.
Now, here's some interesting stats before we start breaking down this game a little bit more. Last time Ellendale Edgeley-Kulm made the playoffs, Edgeley made the playoffs by themselves back in 1985, just by themselves, no co-op. Kulm never made the playoffs as just by themselves. Edgeley-Kulm, well, in 2010, they went to the playoffs as 9-man, and they won state back in 1994 and 2004. That was Edgeley-Kulm now. Ellendale, the last time they went to the playoffs was 2009 in 9-man football, and now all three schools are together. First time in the playoffs, Joe, and it's been quite a exciting factor after having a rough time starting the co-op, and they make their first playoff appearance here this afternoon.
Yeah, this is their second year as
I believe it's their third year.
Third year, yes. So yeah, we know their first year. I don't think they put a win on the board, but you got to always grow. And
last year they had 3 wins, and now they have finally got to 6 wins and enough to get in the playoffs.
Yep.
Park River Fordville-Lankin, like we said, 2-time defending state champion. They won in 2014, 26-18 versus Killdeer, and they won last year 38-14 versus Killdeer also. And Killdeer is taking on Velva Sawyer going on this afternoon too for Class A playoffs. And Park River Fordville-Lankin, they have made the playoffs 7 years in a row. So They are a school to deal with, and here comes EEK with their first playoff appearance. Joe, we're going to take a quick break. When we come back, we're going to break down this game even more. Let's take a 2-minute break here on Classic Country AM 600 KSJB. Hey, we're back here in Kulm for today's Class A first-round playoff game between Ellendale Edgeley-Kulm and Park River Fordville-Lankin. The Thunder are the home team, and the away team are the Aggies from Park River Fordville-Lankin. And Joe, like we said, it's going to be a lot of black and gold, and by the end of this game, maybe some black and blue, right?
Very good, Kyle.
Yep. All right, let's get going here. Looking at some of the other Class A playoff games. Langdon is taking on Carrington. That is in Langdon. Then the other games going on, Killdeer Cowboys taking on Velva Sawyer. That's in Killdeer. And then Bishop Ryan is taking on Hart River. That's at Minot State University at 7 o'clock tonight. So they're having an evening playoff game for that one. The teams that received byes, Northern Cass, Larimore, Delax-Burlington, and Hazen. And Joe, like we said, the winner of this game plays a very, very tough Larimore football team in Larimore next weekend.
Yep, whoever wins this game is right. You're right. They have their work cut out for them because both these teams have lost to Larimore. So, the only good about that is you learn from losing, and that's what either team here, whoever wins, has to do. They have to, learn to or just go out and do better than what they did to try to beat Larimore.
Pretty much, and Larimore's has some great athletes, as I've been hearing a lot. And taking a look here, the polls, number 1 ranked is Larimore. Number 2 is Langdon Munich. Number 3, Killdeer. 4, Bishop Ryan. Number 5 is Hazen. Others receiving votes. There's a whole lot of them, Joe. Northern Cass, Delax-Burlington, Velva Sawyer, Park River Fordville-Lankin, and Ellendale Edgeley-Kulm. So there's your top 10 teams pretty much in the playoffs here for this afternoon. Once again, it's a playoff game and lots to watch out for. We're going to start actually with some some starting lineups as tonight. It's a game in which, like we've been saying, first appearance for the Thunder in playoffs in school co-op history, I should say, and number 7 in a row for Park River Fordville-Lankin. We're going to start with the Aggies for their starting lineup since time is ticking down here on this beautiful Saturday afternoon, mid-60s. Can't complain at all, Joe. All right, so here we go. Park River Fordville-Lankin, the Aggies starting lineup. Wearing number 4 as a wide receiver. He's a senior at 157 pounds at 5'11". It's Andrew Moe. Number 15, a running back, junior at 165 pounds at 5'10" height. Samuel Sven. Number 20, wide receiver, senior, 165 pounds at 6'2". It's Jordan Omley. Number 21, he's a wide receiver, senior, 170 pounds at 6'2" height. Jaden Chalit. We're number 23, quarterback, a senior at 218 pounds at 6'1" height, Jackson Hankey, and we're going to be saying that name a lot here tonight, Joe. Number 33, a running back, senior, 212 pounds at 6'1", it's Elijah Hilden. Number 57, a guard, junior, 220 pounds at 6 foot, Callan Hunter. Number 62, offensive lineman, senior, 278 pounds at 6'1", Adam Johnson. Number 71, another offensive lineman, a junior at 268 pounds and 6 foot, Tanner Jelinek. Number 74, a center, senior, 244 pounds at 6 foot, Trent Carlson. And we're number 88, a tight end, senior at 275 pounds at 6'4". It's Cole Clemenson for the Park River Fordville Lankin Aggies. Head coach Robert Gall, he's in his 8th year. He has a 51-25 record overall. Assisted by John Berg, Jordan Hollinsworth, and Jake Schauer. School colors, black, gold, and white. So, Joe, I've been talking to the other radio stations from around the region that did their games, and they say the person you should watch out for, Jackson Hankey. And from what I hear, his name is going to get mentioned a lot on the radio because he plays quarterback, running back, wide receiver, a little bit of everything. He rotates.
Yeah, sounds like he is he's their main guy.
And that's for sure. But looking at the other side of the ball, which you're going to get to the starters, they have their own main guy too.
Yep, that's right.
All right, what do we got for starting lineups there, Mr. Joe?
All right, for the Ellendale Edgeley-Kulm, the Thunder here at home in Kulm, North Dakota. Starting at their quarterback, a 185-pound junior wearing number 2 is Jacob Dewald. And the guy you're going to hear a lot of right here, their running back, a 190-pound junior, number 3, Clayton Greenike. And a wide receiver, a 175-pound senior, number 15, Brennan Vance. Fullback here today, a 185-pound junior, number 44, Nathan Peterson. A guard on the offensive line, a 175-pound junior, number 50, Dalton Schnabel. And another offensive lineman, a 215-pound junior, number 55, Wyatt Nitschke. Another offensive lineman, a 170-pound senior, number 58, Casey Strong. And a guard on the offensive line, 190-pound senior, number 61, Weston Ellingson. The center here today, 175-pound sophomore, number 72 is Parker Rawl. And a tight end, a 185-pound senior, number 81 is Luke Wirtz. And their other wide receiver, a 165-pound senior, and that is number 82, Hunter White. They are coached by head coach John Sheely in his 4th year. His record overall, 9-23. His assistant coaches, he's got a few of them, Garrett Irie, Philip King, Austin Flynn, and Todd Kozel, as well as Kelly Fisher and Alex McLean. Their school colors also black and gold.
And it's a beautiful day here, Joe, in Kulm. We're going to take a quick break. When we come back, we'll continue the pregame show in 2 minutes on Classic Country AM 600 KSJB. We are back here in Kulm on this beautiful Saturday afternoon. Kyle Dean, Joe Jacobs. We are online today at ksjbam.com. Taking a look here, Park River Fordville-Lankin will receive the kickoff. Thunder will be kicking off, so most likely the Thunder are going to get the kickoff in the second half.
Yes.
Taking a look at our officials here, since it's right here. Our referee tonight is John Christensen. Line judge is Adam Grant. Linesman, is Adam Grant. Line judge is Dylan Dunn. The umpire is Art Kraft, and the back judge is Sean Hewitt for the officials tonight in this North Dakota High School Activities Association first-round playoff football game. And, Joe, looks like we're going to have the starting lineups coming up here very shortly, and it's a big game for both teams, and it's just going to get tougher from here on out because, like we've been saying, Larimore is the team to beat. It's theirs to lose from what I've heard. They are, stacked this year.
Yep, very solid team from what we hear. That's for sure.
So, once again, it's a great battle tonight, and we are actually going to get to the interview while we're at it. Let's get to the interview with Mr. John Sheely. Let's send it to that as we talk about this upcoming game here on KSJB. Joining me is John Sheely, head coach for the Ellendale Edgeley-Kulm Thunder. Coach, once again, thank you for joining me here for a quick interview.
Thank you. It's good to be here again.
Well, last week your team had a 41-23 win over Oaks, and this week you're taking on the defending state champions, actually two-time defending state champions, Park River Fordville-Lankin, a team that's peaking at the right time this season. How are you going to defend against the Aggies offense for this matchup?
The big thing is just be sound with our tackling and making sure we get guys to the football. They have that Hankey kid who plays both tailback, the fullback, and quarterback, and he's their go-to man. Their offense runs through him, so we just got to get to him, get as many guys as possible, and when we get the chance, bring them down.
The Aggies' defense has been pretty solid this season, besides like one showing against Larimore. On offense, what's your game plan for this weekend then?
Again, it's to kind of mix it up a little bit. I'll use our run to set up our pass, but most of all, we got to establish that run game and eat some time off the clock and keep their weapons offensively off the field.
Okay, what do you anticipate to be the biggest challenge then? Is it defending Hankey?
Yes, he's got good speed and he's got a good arm, so keeping him contained and try to make him one-dimensional is kind of what we're looking to do.
And now you have a home game for the playoff where Park River Fordville-Lankin has to travel quite a while. Do you think a home playoff game helps in this situation with the long traveling distance?
It always does. Getting off the bus after a long drive, from sitting there for 3, 4, however many hours it is, it's always an advantage to be playing at home, and especially when you have a team that has to go that far.
What's your mindset of your team right now since you're focusing on playoffs and there's 2 days off from school for this week? How's everything going for the players in your guys' mental standpoint?
Everything's going pretty good. We've been pretty sharp the last few days in practice. We're doing a few different things here to keep them and get them adjusted to the playoff time, which is always a little bit different. You're not playing Friday night, you're playing Saturday afternoon. So we're doing a few things to get them acclimated to that. And, other than that, they've been pumped up and ready to go.
And Joe, like he was saying, I've asked this coach every time during playoffs, does the travel distance matter? And some coaches say yes, some coaches say no, some coaches just say, hey, as long as you go and play, that's all that matters. Like Mr. Sheely said, he thinks it has a factor because that's a 3.5-hour bus ride from Park River Fordville-Lankin area all the way down to Kulm. So he thinks that is an advantage to have a home game in the playoffs, and I guess we'll wait and see. It all depends how the coaches get them ready for the week, how the players' mindset is. There's a lot this week. There's 2 days off from school, and it sounds like everything went normally as planned for both of the football teams, and it should be a good game here tonight, Joe.
Yeah, just watching the Aggies warming up out here, they don't show any sign of being stiff from sitting on a bus for 3 hours, I guess.
And they were actually out here warming up about a half hour earlier than the Thunder were, and that probably has to do for what reason for that 3.5-hour bus ride.
Yeah.
And it sounds like they got here about 11:30 in the morning or so they have plenty of time to stretch, get ready. Yep. So it all depends what time you leave, of course, and what time you get back. It just all depends, and honestly, playoffs, it's a big thing, and as long as your players are ready, bus time travel shouldn't really matter in that area.
It really shouldn't, but I can tell you, Kyle, how I feel after driving in a car for about 2 or 3 hours, right?
Yeah.
It's hard to get back out and then to go run around and whatever, but, like you said, they've been here since 11:30. We saw them stretching out here. They're running around. They're moving. And they've been here in these situations before because what did you say, 7 years in a row?
Yeah.
This isn't their first rodeo. They know what they need to do, and that's their advantage here today.
And that is their advantage. They have so much playoff experience compared to the Thunder, in which this is huge for the co-op. First time in the playoffs as a co-op, and that's they're going against a lot of experience. And for all things, the 2-time defending state champions for your first playoff game. Talk about a lot of pressure for the Thunder.
It is a lot of pressure, but, like John Sheely said, you prep them the best that you can. These kids they're excited to be here. They've never been here. That pumps them up. That steps them up to another intensity. And, that's all it can take to shut down a good team, too. So we hope for a good game here today.
And that's what we're hoping for, too. And like you said, it's in Kulm, so that's an advantage for them. And they need all the advantages going against 2-time defending Aggies. And, the Aggies, they were undefeated last season. They lost 2 games this season against Langdon, Munich area, and also Larimore. Those 2 top teams, they're pretty tough. And their region is pretty tough, and also this region that the Thunder are in are pretty tough too. So these 2 regions, they're going to meet each other quite a bit, and everything changes next year, of course. But for this year, it was a tough region for both sides of the ball. All right, we are going to take a quick break since we're going to have the national anthem coming up here very shortly. They are finishing up the starting lineups. Don't forget, we are online today at KSJBAM.com. Plus, Plus, you can download our free app for your phone or tablet. Just type in KSJB on the Google Play or the Apple App Store. We'll be back in a few moments for kickoff here on KSJB. All right, we are back here on AM 600 KSJB. And Joe, during the national anthem, I was looking at the corner of my Mr. Greenike. He was going back and forth. He was ready to go during the national anthem, so you can tell this team is ready. Both sides of the ball are ready for this afternoon.
Yeah, you can see it in both of them. They both have some excitement, and here we go.
Yes, literally, here we go. White jerseys for the Aggies, black jerseys for the Thunder. The Thunder are kicking right to left on your radio dial. Light breeze out there today. And there is the kickoff to start things off. That's Cole Gehring. And it's going to be picked up in the backfield about the 10-yard line and trying to run a few yards on the left. And it's fumbled right away and picked up by the Thunder to start things off.
Wow, that can change things in a hurry just to start the game right here on about the 20-yard line. That low kick, end over end, and actually missed but it became a live ball there by the Aggies. And then on the tackle, the Thunder recover it on the Aggie 20-yard line.
So just like that, it's the 20-yard line for the Aggies. Talk about a mistake for the two-time defending state champions. Underneath center is going to be D-Wald. Greenike's in the backfield. There's a toss to Greenike. He's moving left, then right, cuts back inside, and goes near that 15-yard line. He gains 6 yards.
Yeah, nice shuffle there. Handoff running to his right, and then cutting forward and did a nice move back to his left to avoid a tackle there and get up to just inside the 15 to about the 14-yard line there.
Once again, this happened because of the muffed kickoff and picked up by the Thunder. Handoff, Greenike right side, and he gains a few more yards, another 3 to make it 3rd and short. Here coming up near that 10-yard line, already in Aggie territory.
Yeah, just running to his right, powering his way, trying to get all the yards he can. They're going to place the ball just about at the 10-yard line, so just not even a minute off the clock here yet.
Greenike is already down, though, their main running back, who has over 1,600 yards rushing and 21 touchdowns, and that's not good if Greenike is already down, already with this advantage for the Thunder at the 3rd and 1 coming up at about the 10-yard line. So we're going to take an injury timeout with Clayton Greenike already down for the Thunder. He gets up under his own power. Let's keep it here, actually. So Joe looks like he's okay.
Yeah, he was kind of on his knees there. Not sure exactly. Just shaken up after that tackle there. And we'll just see once.
It looks like he just got the wind knocked out of him because he looks fine. So it must have been a hard tackle by one of the Aggies. So he's going to go on the sideline a bit, and here we go. And by the way, after that fumble that happened right away from the Aggies, they were pumped up on the sideline right by us for the Thunder. All right, so now we're going to have a shotgun formation coming up here for D-Wald. Jacob D-Wald, the quarterback, 2 wide receivers to the right side, puts the play in motion is Gehring, fakes it to Gehring, then hands it off to the left side to the fullback, and running on to the left side and gaining a few yards. That would be Luke Wirtz, and that is going to be a first down. It is now 1st and goal from the 1-yard line.
Yeah, he just about got in there. He had some nice blocking there. Luke Wirtz getting that handoff and running it, and they're going to hurry up and do a quick play here.
Greenike in, handoff, going up to the left, and touchdown right away for the Thunder, 6-0 Thunder.
Touchdown run.
There, just a handoff to Greenike, and he's able to just dart a little bit to his left, and he's able to run in untouched, not even tackled, didn't have to dive or anything. He made that one look easy as he just had to come out for a little breather as he got probably the wind knocked out of him, like we said at earlier play in that drive.
Cole Gehring with the kickoff. And for the kick, I should say, extra point good. 7-0 already. Thunder back in 1 minute. KSJB. Gehring is going to kick off. Already up 7-0. And this time they are going to pick it up are the Aggies. And trying to run to the far side, that's Jordan Omley. He's going to be out roughly about that 20, 30-yard line, it looks like.
Yeah, another low end-over-end kick there by Gehring, and it's picked up at about the 15-yard line, running all the way to his left, and then forced pretty well out of bounds at about the 32-yard line is where the Aggies will start their drive. This is in Thunder territory, and they're working from left to right on your radio dial.
Once again, the Thunder are in the lead 7-0 after that kickoff was fumbled by the Aggies. Right on the 20, they got it for the Thunder and punched it in 3 plays. Here we go. Underneath center for them is going to be Zavalny, and there's a quick runoff. I think that was Hankey on the carry. Yes, it was. It's a gain of 3 yards.
And a combined tackle there. Lane Hansen getting a stop there for the Thunder. Just running to his right there on the offense and trying to cut up the middle, getting some blocking there.
All right, here we go. Underneath center now is Hankey. Got I formation, one wide receiver to left, one to the right. Hankey's going to fake the handoff. He's stepping up in the pocket, going for a deep one to Omley, and there's a flag on the play. That might be pass interference there, Joe.
Yeah, I don't know. One of the officials waved it off, incomplete. The other one threw the flag, so we'll see once what happens there. Brennan Vance on the coverage there, but Omley going deep on that one. The pass overthrown, although to see what the call is.
Yep, it is on the defense. Pass interference on the Thunder from the spot of the fall where they will get it on the first down, and that is on the 35-yard line in Thunder territory. So just like that with the pass interference, they move it on right down the field. That's a huge penalty on the Thunder. Omley was beating his cornerback, and he was going to go all the way for that touchdown if he caught it.
Yeah.
Oh, excuse me, here it is. They're going to be at the 49-yard line in Thunder territory. Still a first down, still in Thunder territory. Underneath center, looks like it's going to be Zavalny, and he's going to hand it off to Hankey right in the middle. Nowhere to go. Gain of 1 on the play.
Yeah, a couple players team up there on the tackle. Talon Walks will get the tackle there for the Thunder, but just trying to power right up the middle. That handoff there to Hankey, and he'll gain about 2 yards on that play.
So it's now 2nd and 8 in Thunder territory. The Thunder are up 7-0 with 9:35 remaining in your first quarter. We're online, KSJBAM.com. 2 wide receivers to the right, 2 to the left. Shotgun formation. Hankey is the quarterback with one running back right beside him. In motion is Andrew Moe, and they're going to hand it off. It looks like to the player in motion is Moe, and he's going to gain about 5 yards. 3rd down coming down.
Nathan Peterson and Lane Hansen on the tackle there, or Luke Wirtz there for the stop there for the Thunder, and just a power drive up the middle. Looked like they're kind of trying to throw off the Thunder defense there a little bit, just handing it off instead of what it looked like they were going to pass it.
3rd and 2. Underneath center is Zavalny. Hankey's in the I formation for the running back. 1 wide receiver to the left, 1 to the right. Handoff. This time going to Elijah Hilden, and it's going to be stuffed to make it 4th and short. Only about a 1-yard gain by Hilden.
Yeah, just trying to go right up the middle, and Nathan Peterson, Luke Wirtz right there team up, and they wanted nothing to do with him running through them. They stopped him right at about the line of scrimmage. So nice job on defense there for the Thunder.
A huge 4th down coming up here. Hankey's going to be in shotgun formation. 2 wide receivers to the left, 2 to the right. Big fullback right beside Hankey in the backfield. He's going to take it himself as Hankey. Is he going to be stuffed? He is going to be stuffed on a 4th and short. Momentum is all on the Thunder side. Turnover on downs.
Just trying to power his way right up through there. Talon Walks actually will get the tackle on that, making the stop right at the 40-yard line there. So a huge turnover on downs there forced by the Thunder.
And now it's going to go the other way to Thunder side. They're going to take over the ball on a 1st and 10 from their own 40-yard line. So great field position, already up 7-0 in the first quarter. Underneath center, D-Wall, toss, Greenike. He hangs on to the ball, coming up to near side of the field, gets off the edge, runs past Hankey, and he's going to gain 5 or 6 yards on that carry.
Yeah, nice run there by Greenike, as he's done this long enough that he knows how to follow his blockers. A good job there, running out to his left, coming to the near side of the field to turn the corner and gain a few extra yards.
Dewald underneath center I formation, and this time they're going to fake it off to Greenike, left, then right, and he's going to get no gain on that play by Greenike.
Yeah, just a quick handoff right behind the line of scrimmage. Almost looked like a miscommunication play there, like Dewald didn't find Greenike right away, so that was the delay there that kind of closed the gap up right at the line of scrimmage there. By the time Greenike got that ball to go up the middle, he was pretty well already swallowed up.
Halfway through the first quarter, 7-0 Thunder here in Kulm. Kyle Dean, Joe Jacobs underneath center. Once again is Dewald, I formation. Greenike fakes the toss, rolls out right side, gets a screen, and it's completed to his tight end. Trying to run is Luke Wirtz. He gets the first down and more, and he's dragging players with him. First down, Thunder.
Yeah, what a play that was there. About 20 yards on the gain right there. Rolling out to his right, throwing to his right. And Luke Wirtz, they're going to grab it under some pressure even. He grabs it out of the Aggies, out of their way so he could grab it, and he rolls to his right, and he drug one of the Aggies even across the 40-yard line, getting to about the 37.
Thunder are driving. One wide receiver left, one to the right, I formation. Dewald rolls out to the right side. He throws it in the middle, completed to his tight end, wide open and going short of the touchdown. He's inside the 5-yard line. What a gain.
Yeah, he gets that all the way down to about the 3 or 4 yard line there. It started at 37-yard line, so he got himself about a 33-yard pass completion again to Luke Wirtz, and that was a beautiful pass right through the middle there by Dewald, and Wirtz grabbing that ball and breaks a tackle, and then just had one man to beat, but got tackled from behind on that one.
Underneath center, Dewald, Greenike in motion. They're going to toss it. Greenike gets the ball. He has some blockers, but he's not going to gain much. Maybe a couple or three, it looks like, on 2nd and goal coming up.
Yeah, just had to run to his right there and followed some blocking. They're saying about a 3-yard gain there, I believe, for Greenike, and he runs it to his right, that was, trying to get, now he's ball at about, the 2-yard line?
Yeah, it looks like 2nd and goal from the 2-yard line coming up. Greenike's still in. Also, Gehring is in. I formation, and there's Greenike in motion, and we got a flag on the play. We might have a false start on the Thunder. Yes, that's what it is.
Yeah, it's definitely false start. We weren't sure on who it was, but definitely that's on the Thunder. That's going to move them back here as just an early jump right there, right before the snap, so...
Okay, here we go on a 2nd and goal yet. This time it is roughly from the 7-yard line from what I can see, so they have a little bit more work to do. As they're lining up at the line of scrimmage, 7-0, Thunder in the lead in this first round of the playoff game. Underneath center is Dewald. Greenike in motion. They're going to hand it off this time to the fullback, and he's trying to plow forward for maybe another 3 or 4 yards inside the 5 for sure.
Yeah, just inside the 5, running to his left. Showed some power there as he put his shoulder down and tried to get as much as he could. He's gonna get right down to about the 4-yard line. He'll cross that. He'll get across the 5-yard line. So
didn't see who it was that got that carry though. As we await here for the next 3rd and goal coming up inside the 5. 2 wide receivers, 3 wide receivers to left, 1 to the right. Greenike, quick pass, left side to the tight end, walks in for a touchdown. That is to number 81, Luke Wirtz. Touchdown, Thunder.
Dewald just rolling out a quick throw to his left, and Wirtz out on the left wing there. He's able to get a block, and he cuts back to his right and pretty well walked right in, diving into the end zone. But a great job there by the Thunder to put up another few points. Here's the point after.
An extra point is good. It's 14-0. First quarter yet. All Thunder. Back in a minute. KSJB. Here's kickoff as the Thunder lead 14-0 with under 5 minutes remaining. First quarter. Park River Fordville-Lankin controls the ball. And going off the edge on the left side is Owen Irvine. And he is going to gain, get to that 30, looks like 36-yard line or so. 26-yard line.
Yeah, another nice kick there by Gehring and the Thunder. Just a low end over end kick, but a nice catch there by Irving on this one. Caught it around the 16-yard line, running to his left, right down the middle, trying to get there, and they're going to place the ball about the 28-yard line. So the Aggies are still in their own territory here.
All right, it is 1st and 10 in their own territory. 3 wide receivers to the right side. And it's going to be a toss. This time it's a huge toss trying to run off to the edge. And there's a flag on the play. That is Jordan Omley. He gets away, but he went out of bounds near the 40, but we'll see what the flag is on the play.
Yeah, we'll have to see once as he ran to his right, and he got a couple blocks there that helped him through, but then the flag came out as I don't know, it could be anything from an illegal block to not sure here.
Okay, it's a legal block in the back on the Aggies, so that run will be nulled, and it's going to be 1st down and a little bit longer coming up for the Aggies deeper in their own territory.
I figured it must have been something like that as he was running to his right and then cut back inside, and I saw the flag come out right after their offensive line pretty much got the penalty on that. So
14-0, Thunder in the lead, 4:40 here in your first quarter. We're online at KSJBAM.com. All right, they're lining up at the line of scrimmage are the Aggies from Park River, Fordville-Lankin. The Thunder defense has done very well, and their special teams have done very well so far in this early in the game. Shotgun formation, Hankey as a quarterback, 2 wide receivers to left, 2 to the right. They're already down by 14, and Hankey's going to take the quarterback run. He gets past 1 tackler and finally stuffed after gaining maybe looks like about 4 yards on that carry.
Yeah, he just kept it, running it right up the middle, and just run into a pack of Thunder. Nathan Peterson and Lane Hansen. Luke Wirtz as well involved there with the stop. They pretty well closed up that middle run there for Hankey to really not get a lot except about 3 or 4 yards there. They're going to place the ball about the 21-yard line.
2nd and 16. 2nd and 16 for the Aggies. Hankey shotgun, 2 wide receivers to the left, 2 to the right. Has the fullback right beside him is Hankey. He's going to take the snap. He's dropping back. 3-step drop. He's going in the middle, and it's dropped pass, which he was wide open, was Ian Helgeson, and he was wide open, dropped pass.
Yeah, just right up the middle. He was in front of his man, but had enough time to catch that and make a pretty nice gain. That would have been about the 38-yard line or so where he would have caught that, but incomplete as it went right in and out of his hands. Just couldn't hang on to it. A nice pass, though, there by Hankey.
And once again, that one could have been wide open and went all the way because he was pretty good on that route. And here we go. Shotgun for Hankey. 2 wide receivers to the left, 2 to the right. Fullback right beside him. Waiting for the shotgun. Shotgun, Hankey, 3-step drop. Looking to left, then right in the middle. That one's finally completed, and he's running away with it is Jaden Chalich. And it's fumbled, picked up by the Thunder. Wow! Here come the Aggies with a huge gain, and it's picked up at the Thunder 36-yard line. It's Thunder ball.
Yeah, so a pass up the middle there. That pass, Kyle, I believe was it Helgeson that had that?
Nope, that was officially Chalich, number 21, Jaden Chalich.
Chalich had that pass completion, a nice job, but then running, he gets tackled about the 40-yard line when, as he was going down, the ball came out as he was hit by a couple different Thunder. And just on the ground, the Thunder were right there to jump on top of that one.
All right, so here we go from the 35. And the Thunder control the ball up 14-0. Their defense has been great. Dewald steps up in the pocket. He's going to throw it and going to the tight end. And does he catch it on the far side? Complete inside the Aggie territory.
That about a 23-yard, they're going to say here.
We got a flag.
Hunter White, but okay. So they're saying there's a flag out here, so we'll see once now.
It looks like it's going to be on the Aggies because he's talking to the captains on the Thunder. It's going to be holding in which he's talking to the Aggies captain. So that huge gain is gone, and it's now 1st and long, 1st and 15 coming up from their own 30 or so.
Yeah, so a 23-yard pass completion there, a beautiful pass there as it was caught there that was caught by Hunter White, and then out of bounds about the 41-yard line, but now this is going to back them all the way up to their 25-yard line. So probably the furthest back that we've seen the Thunder here so far today.
Yeah, that was a costly flag, but we'll see what they can do. D-Wald, I formation, and they're going to hand it off to Greenike, and he's going to get tackled right away by, looks like, Cole Clemenson, and it's going to be barely maybe 1 yard gain.
Yeah, Greenike just trying to run out to his left there. He didn't have much for blocking to help him, and he gets pretty well wrapped up right at the line of scrimmage, maybe even a loss of a couple there.
2nd and 20, it looks like 2nd and about 18, it looks like, with 3 minutes to go in the first quarter. 14-0 in favor for the Thunder tonight in Kulm, this afternoon, I should say. The winner plays Larimore next Saturday. Snap, D-Wald, toss, Greenike, runs over his own man, but then he gets tackled right away by the Aggie defense, and that's going to be a loss of 2.
Yeah, just going to bring up 3rd down here, but a pass out, kind of a pitch to his right, running D-Wald to Greenike, and Greenike just had nowhere to really run as where he was going, and pretty well ran right into his blockers, and then he was tackled there, so that backs him up to about the 20-yard line here. See if the Thunder can get out of their own territory here deep into it.
Yeah, they have to make a huge 3rd down conversion, 3rd and 26. That's a long way to go. Let's see what D-Wald and company come up with. D-Wald drops back 7 steps. He's going far out, and that one's way over the head of Brennan Vance, and we have the punt team coming out after that.
Yeah, just backing up and looking deep there. Vance down the right side. That's the far side of the field to us. And tried to get it out to about the 50-yard line, but just overthrew that ball, and no chance for Vance to even get on that one.
So here we go, punt team, and it's Gehring doing the punt, and this is going to be great field position for the Aggies. They're already at midfield, getting ready to return the punt. That would be Jordan Omley ready to return the punt. There's the snap, there's the punt, and it's blocked. It's halfway blocked up in the air, and here the Aggies get prime position inside the 15-yard line to try to cut that deficit of 14. That's a blocked punt.
Yep, that's going to be huge for the Aggies, as Gehring not quite able to get that one. He just got it off, but it went straight up in the air, and the Aggies able to land on it and recover that ball. So about the 14-yard line, this is the deepest that the Aggies have been here against the Thunder so far this afternoon, but it's still 2 minutes to go here in the first quarter.
Well, a lot has happened already in this quarter. Waiting here for the next play. Hankey's in the shotgun. There he is. He's going to run it to the right side with the quarterback keeper. He's trying to get off to the edge and finally tackled low by one of the Thunders, and that's going to be a gain of about 3 yards. We might have a timeout. Nope, there's a flag on the play.
Okay, that tackle there made by Hunter White for the Thunder.
Holding on the Aggies.
So holding on the Aggies, that will move him back. Not as close to the goal line now. So a little break by the Thunder, but the Aggies, they're still in prime position to try to get those 6 points as they are down 14-0 with the first quarter with a minute 49 remaining.
Yeah, so that little 3-yard run there will be backed up there. So
1st and 20 it looks like from what I can see from the chain gang. And lining up is Hankey. Shotgun formation to the right side. That's Hilden right by him for the running back. They're going to fake it to Hilden. He's going to do a quick inside, completed, and tackle right away after that completion. That was Ian Helgeson, and he's going to gain 10 yards on that one.
Yeah, just a nice pass right down the middle and running just inside that 10-yard line. He's going to get it to about the 8-yard line after that pass completion there.
So now we got a 2nd and short coming up inside the 10-yard line. They still can get a first down to make it 1st and goal. Hankey underneath center. He's going to roll out to the right side, and he's tackled right away, but not after gaining 2 yards to make it 3rd and short coming up.
Yeah, just running to his right, and a team of Thunder there just to make that stop, but we'll see where they place that ball. It's going to bring up about 3rd and 2 here, so after the pass completion and then another couple-yard run here, so it's 3rd and short here. And we have a timeout on the field.
Timeout for the Aggies. They are down 14-0, facing a 3rd and 1 inside the 10-yard line. Back in 30 seconds, KSJB. We are back here in Kulm. Thank you to our sponsors that makes this broadcast possible. And, Joe, we have a good game already, 14-0, and a lot of turnovers already happening, and it's just been a little bit of everything. Special teams, defense, offense, and here we go. The Aggies are facing a 3rd and short inside the 10. This is 4-down territory, already down 14-0. Hankey in shotgun formation. 2 wide receivers to the left, 2 to the right. Waiting here for the snap. Hankey, he's going to run it to the left side. He cuts back inside, and he's close to that goal line. It's 1st down, 1st and goal from the 2-yard line coming up.
Yeah, Hankey just keeping that one himself. Darted a little bit left and then back to his right and found a little bit of a hole. Gets up across that 5-yard line up to the 2-yard line. So 1st and goal from about the 2-yard line here for the Aggies.
27 seconds remaining, 1st quarter, 14-0 Thunder. Hankey is going to be under center. They overpowered one side of the line. Hankey's going to take the ball. He passes it wide open for a touchdown for the Aggies. That is Andrew Moe for the touchdown. They get some points on the board.
Yeah, just kind of a nice little sneak play there for the Aggies, as it looked like Hankey was going to run it, so the defense was all focusing on him, and that left Moe pretty well wide open out on the near side of the field on the corner there, as he was able to catch that ball and run it in untouched.
All right, so here we go. Let's see what they're going to do for the extra point. They're going to line up in offense. Shotgun formation for the 2-point conversion. Down 14-6. Hankey takes the ball. Wide receiver spread out, and he couldn't even get anywhere. He got hit hard. And just like that, it's 14-6 with 15 seconds remaining. Thunder in the lead, back in 30 seconds, KSJB. We're back here in Kulm, as right now the touchdown was last scored by Park River Fordville-Lankin Aggies. Thunder in the lead, 14-6 with 15 seconds remaining in your 1st quarter. Kyle Dean, Joe Jacobs here. We're online at ksjbam.com, and we are waiting for kickoff to go to the Thunder in this 1st quarter.
Yeah, the last play there that the Aggies tried to get that 2-point conversion, Greenike actually made the tackle there on Hankey before he could get that pass off to break up that play.
All right, here we go, and kicking off. That's going to be, I believe, Sveen. I can't see.
Bryce Wood, I believe.
Bryce Wood. All right, thank you. And it's going to be picked up in the backfield. And trying to cut on the left, right, fumbled, and going to be picked up and just staying down is Philip Hagan. So Dylan Matke was returning it. He fumbled it. Matke and Hagan was there to return it and keep the fumble. So that was almost a costly turnover.
Yeah, they don't need 2 in a row. They pretty much had one just a little bit ago, and they needed to punt, and they couldn't get the punt off. So basically that would have been very crucial, because that was the furthest the Aggies, or closest they had been to their end zone, but they're got a little lucky there. But I think Matke, it would have been close whether he might have been down or not. I don't know. The ball came loose. It was probably a pretty well live ball.
All right, so here we go, and we have a timeout, I believe, with 9 seconds remaining. Timeout for the Thunder. They're up 14-6, 1st quarter, back in 30, KSJB. 1st and 10, Thunder. As the timeout was taken by the Thunder, this is probably going to be the last play of the 1st quarter, and the Thunder up 14-6 right now with 9.7 seconds remaining, 1st quarter. Lots of scoring going on in that 1st quarter already. And here we go. D-Walt underneath center. I formation. Garing's the running back. Puts Greenike in motion. Garing's going to take the back handoff, and he's going to gain roughly 6 yards. Good carry there by Garing.
Yeah, just running to his right and up the middle. He found a little bit of a hole right in the middle, and he'll do a spin move, and where he's tackled. The ball will be right at the 40-yard line to start the 2nd quarter.
That's the end of the 1st quarter. 14-6 in favor for the Thunder. Back in 30 seconds on KSJB. We are back here in Kulm. Kyle Dean, Joe Jacobs at the end of 1 quarter as they are switching sides of the field. It is the Thunder from Ellendale, Edgeley-Kulm, 14, and Park River, Fordville-Lankin at 6. And, Joe, that 1st quarter had a little bit of everything, actually.
Yeah, it did. You can't deny that. That's right. Scoring and defense and
special teams.
Yeah, special teams was a huge deal on that one.
So here we go, and the Thunder are facing a 2nd down now. And it looks like it's going to be 2nd and 4 at the 40-yard line, their own 40-yard line. Dewald is underneath center. Looks like we have Gehring in the running back position. They're going to toss it to Gehring, and he has a wide open hole, and he's still plowing forward for the first down and still going. Takes 2 men to take him down. He's inside Aggie territory.
Yeah, nice run there. He's going to get about, see where they place it, but it's going to be about 12 yards roughly there for Gehring. It'll be a first down across his midfield to about the 48-yard line. Tackles there are made by Omley and Hankey, Jackson Hankey. They're making the stop for the Aggies.
It looks like Coach Shealy is taking the pressure off Greenike, so they're going with their other running backs because they've been focusing on Greenike. Greenike's in motion. This time Greenike's going to get the carry. He has open room on the far edge. First down to the 30, inside the 20, at the 15, still going and tackled near the 10-yard line. My goodness, but do we have a fumble? We might have a fumble.
I believe we do, and it's a turnover.
And it's Greenike with the fumble inside the 15-yard line. My goodness, this has been a momentum swing after momentum swing.
Yeah, so what was about a 40-yard run here.
It counts, too.
Yep, it'll count. A huge running play there. But it looked like just before he went down, that ball, I saw it come loose, and it was the Aggies that jumped on it. So the Aggies will have the ball, but they're going to be inside the 15, about the 13-yard line here. They'll have the ball after that fumble.
That is a costly turnover. I guess each team has now had their costly turnovers. So here we go. Park River Fordville-Lankin is deep in their own territory. It looks like about that 12-yard line or so. And we'll see what happens here with that carry. I didn't see who got the carry there, Joe.
I believe it was going to be Hilden.
Okay.
Yep. Anyway, just a run to his right there is going to be Luke Wirtz that makes the tackle there for the Thunder, but just a 2-yard gain about on that play for Hilden.
So now it's going to be 2nd and 8 with 11 minutes to go. Each team has had, like I said, their costly turnovers. That was a big one by Greenike rushing off and then fumbles it. He wants to get back in that game, get back on offense, but he's on defense right now, ready to rush that line. Underneath center, this time it's going to be Zavalny. He's underneath center. Zavalny is going to toss it, this time to Omley. Omley gets off to the edge and tackled, not after gaining 8 yards on that rush.
Yeah, it's going to be close to the first down there, but he forced out of bounds and pretty well tackled going out of bounds by Brennan Vance there for the Thunder. But a nice run there, rolling out to his left there and getting all the way to the outside there, to which is our near side of the field, as he was trying to turn the corner and gain some room there. But it'll be just a 3rd and very short, maybe less than about a yard, Kyle.
So he still gained roughly 8 yards, but he's just short of that first down. They are at their own 23-yard line, are the Aggies from Park River Fordville-Lankin. They're lining up at the line of scrimmage. Underneath center is Zavalny. He's a quarterback, sophomore, I formation. Hankey's in the I formation right behind the quarterback, and they're going to hand it off to Hankey. He is fumbled. It is fumbled, but picked up right into the hands of Hankey. My goodness, Joe, there's a lot of turnovers that could be happening here.
Yeah, that was very close. There was like 3 Thunder there, but Hankey able to jump right back down on that ball as he got tackled, but a loss of 2 yards on that play there, and just a good stop there by the Thunder as they're deep in their own territory here. The Aggies will see what they're going to do. It looks like the punter.
They were facing a 3rd and 1, and all of a sudden they're back to a 4th and 4, and now they are punting. So here we go, prime field position. That is straight up in the air. What a boot, though. My goodness, that was a boot, and it's going to take a good old Aggie bounce near the 20-yard line is where the Thunder are going to start. And with that kick, that would be Cole Clemenson. He's usually a defensive end and a tight end, and listen to his size, a senior, 275 at 6'4", and he boots it.
Yeah, at first when he kicked that, it looked like it was just going straight up, but boy, that thing really got some air, and it just took off, and it bounced at about the 30-yard line and then bounced all the way to about the 20. So that whole kick was all for the Aggies there. They moved from inside the 20-yard line to the 20-yard line. So really the Thunder hoping to get that ball back at about midfield. Now we're back at their own 20.
Here we go. Underneath center is Dewald, and this time they're going to hand it off to the fullback. I didn't see who got it, though, because he was stuffed right away at the defensive line.
I believe it's Peterson maybe on the...
Yep, Nathan Peterson, and he's going to gain, it looks like, 1 yard on that carry.
Yeah, so just trying to go right up the middle with that, and just nothing there. Aggies kind of swallow him up there, and boy, is that...
That's Greenike on the sideline right now getting some water, so they're going to take Greenike out for this offensive possession, it looks like, since he did fumble it after the 40-yard gain, and that's pretty rough.
It looks like he's limping, though, too. It looks like he was kind of favoring his left leg there in front of us here.
Yeah, I can see that right now, but here we go, underneath center. Dewald, handoff left side. Gehring, he has some running room, and he's going to gain roughly about 5 yards to make it 3rd and short coming up.
Yeah, just a quick pitch out to his left. Gehring taking it and cuts up the middle, finds a little bit of room, getting that ball up to about the 26-yard line. That's where they'll place that one here. So that should bring up about 3rd and short, maybe 3rd and 3, roughly.
14-6 in favor for the Thunder. 8:36 remaining in your second quarter, and we're going to have a timeout. All right, here we go. Underneath center is Dewald, 3rd and short. Player in motion, Greenike. Greenike's going to fake the handoff. It's going to be the Dewald. Completes the pass, and getting close to that first down marker, Talon walks. He gets it. That's a good 4-yard gain. Barely gets it.
Yeah, just rolling out there. Dewald doing a good job getting away from the defense, rolling out to the near side of the field and able to shoot it right up to Talon Walks there, making a nice grab there. That's his first catch of the day here, first attempt to him.
Beautiful Saturday afternoon. Huge crowd on hand here in Kulm. Underneath, Dewald, toss. Greenike has running room, and he's hanging on to that football, and he's going to gain only 2 yards.
Yeah, both teams have been very aggressive, trying to strip the ball more so than even tackle, it looks like, Kyle. There again, as Greenike was running that ball, he got turned around, and the Aggies had their hand on the ball trying to get it stripped out before he hits the ground. But Greenike, after the last play, that he had fumbled, he's not going to let that happen.
No, and once you learn, he usually keeps up with it, and he's not going to fumble that ball anymore as best as he can. 14-6, Thunder in the lead. They're facing a 2nd and long, about 2nd and 7 from their own 34-yard line. Dewald underneath center, I formation, 1 wide receiver to the right. That's Brennan Vance, and he might take a timeout. Yep, that's going to be a timeout by one of the captains for the Thunder, facing a 2nd and 7. We will too. Back in 1 minute, KSJB. 2nd and 7 after the Thunder timeout for the Thunder. Greenike with the toss. He has a little bit of running room. He's only going to gain 1 yard, though, to make it 3rd and 6.
Yeah, just rolling out to his left, getting that handoff on the far side of the field, just darting his way, trying to show off a little power, but just there's too many Aggies there on defense to make that for any further yardage, and that's going to stop the ball right about the 34-yard line where they'll place that one.
Here comes Jacob Dewald, a junior on the squad. Greenike is a junior on the squad, so a very young team making the playoffs. And right now they lead 14-6 against the 2-time defending state champions, the Park River Fordville-Lankin Aggies. Underneath center is Dewald. They're going to fake the handoff to Greenike. Stepping up, Dewald, complete to Brendan Vance for the first down. That's a huge, about 17-yard gain. My goodness.
Nice thread-the-needle pass there by Dewald. Just a beautiful shot. Vance able to step in front of his man right up the middle, pretty well right on the Thunder emblem, right on the midfield marker where he was able to catch that and for the completion.
That's going to be 1st and 10 from the Aggie 49-yard line for the Thunder. They're up. Player in motion, Greenike. Dewald hands it off to Greenike with the toss, and that's going to be maybe a loss of 1 on the play.
Yeah, the Aggies kind of read that one there pretty good. Callan Hunter pretty well right there on the bottom of the pile to make the stop there, as well as Jelinek there as well for the Aggies. Just nothing happening there for the Thunder. So it'd be, a loss of 1, so it'll be 2nd and 11 here now for the Thunder.
It's right at the 50-yard line. We're online at ksjbam.com. 14-6, the the Thunder in the lead over the Aggies. D-Wall puts Greenike in motion. Same motion. This time they're going to hand it off to the fullback and gains roughly 4 yards. That's Peterson on the carry.
Yeah, Nathan Peterson just grabbing that one. They had Greenike in motion to try to throw off the defense, and they handed it right about the line of scrimmage to Peterson, and he's able to get it up to about the 46-yard line. Now the Thunder are in Aggie territory here, but that's going to bring up third down. So 3rd and about 7 here for the Thunder coming up.
Yeah, 3rd and 7 from the Aggie 46. They're still not deep enough into Aggie territory, it looks like. It's going to be shotgun. D-Wall takes it. Greenike beside him, but we have a blowing whistle with a false start, it looks like, on the flag on the field. So that's going to move him back to make it 3rd and even longer. That's back in their own territory at their own 49 now for the Thunder.
That's the second offside call here so far of the half here, the first half for the Thunder. They've got one other penalty, holding as well, so they've had 3 penalties here for the Thunder. As this will move the ball now, they're going to cross midfield on that penalty. They'll be at about the 49-yard line. Now they're in their own territory again. That brings up like 3rd and 12 now. So now it's a big 3rd down here.
3 wide receivers near side, 1 wide receiver far side. Greenike backfield. D-Wall quick pass completed. It's going to be a pass for wide receiver Brendan Vance wide open, and he's going for the touchdown trick play action. Wow!
That was incredible. They caught the Aggies totally off guard on that one. Pass out here to Luke Wirtz at the 50-yard line, and a 51-yard pass completion to Brendan Vance. Just a beautiful thought-out play there.
That's a wide receiver pass right there. He just did a quick pass to the wide receiver, and the wide receiver just threw it out because guess who was wide open?
Yeah.
Brendan Vance. Extra point is good, and the Thunder take a 21-6 lead. My goodness. We'll be back in 1 minute, KSJB. We are back here on AM 600 KSJB. 21-6 lead in favor for the Thunder on a beautiful pass. That was probably the prettiest play that I saw all year, Joe. Here we go with the kickoff, and the Aggies are going to take it at their own 11 and trying to get some action going onto the far side. That would be Owen Irving.
Irving catches that ball at about the 15-yard line, and he'll get a little nice return there, about a 15-yard. Maybe, though they're saying 17 yards, but that's where it depends on where they place it. It's going to be about the 31-yard line here, so nice little return there for the Aggies to get things started. They'll be working right to left here on the radio dial. But, yeah, that last play, D-Wall to Wirtz, wide open down the field to Brendan Vance. Boy, they made that look easy.
That was a beautiful trick play, and it looks like it was broken from the start, and it worked beautifully. All right, here we go. It's Hankey going to take the rush to the right side. He has some running room with his jersey coming off, and that's going to be a beautiful 17-yard gain.
Yeah, nice gain there, running out to his right. Hankey just powered his way across about the 35-yard line and found a little bit of a hole and got over to the 45, 6, 7. He's about the 48-yard line here for the Aggies. So right about to midfield here with 4.5 minutes to go here in the second quarter yet.
21-6. Thunder are leading the 2-time defending state champions. Shotgun formation for Hankey. 2 wide receivers to the left and to the right. Hankey steps up in the pocket. He almost gets sacked, and he does get sacked. He gains still actually about 2 yards, so he does count for a rush of 2 yards.
Yeah, he was back. The Thunder got a hand on him. Not sure. I think it was Luke Wirtz there, but got a hand on him. He was able to step up inside the pocket, still hoping to get a pass off, but the Thunder just swallowed him up. But he did get the ball up to about right at the 50-yard line, so he did gain about just a short little, not even a yard they're saying here. So the ball right at midfield here for the Aggies.
2nd and 8 from the 50-yard line. Under 4 minutes to go, second quarter. Shotgun for Hankey. 2 wide receivers to the left, 2 to the right once again. Hankey's going to step up, and the pocket just breaks down, and he's only going to gain still another 2 yards to make it 3rd and shorts coming up.
Yeah, it looked like he was going to step back and make a pass. The Thunder actually getting through and tackled him from behind actually on that play as he just trying to Hankey just trying to run it up the middle. He'll gain about 3 yards, so it'll bring up 3rd and 5 here for the Aggies after 2 back-to-back runs here by Jackson Hankey.
All right, here we go on a 3rd and 5 coming up inside Thunder territory. The Aggies shotgun for Hankey. 2 wide receivers left, 2 to the right. It's a rush by Hankey, and he's still going after he gains good 10 yards on that rush, maybe about 11.
Yeah, running to his right and pretty well powering his way right up the middle then, as he's going to cross the 40 up to about the 36-yard line where they're going to place that ball. But a nice power run there, a well-needed 3rd down conversion for the Aggies, and it'll be 1st and 10 for the Aggies in Thunder territory, about the 36-yard line.
21-6, all Thunder in the first half. Hankey shotgun with 2 wide receivers to left and to the right. Hankey steps up. No, he's going to take the quarterback keeper, and he's going to gain, it looks like, 6 yards. He's at the Thunder 30-yard line.
Yeah, it's going to be Luke Wirtz grabbing him by the ankles pretty much to trip him up. We got a little help then from Nathan Peterson to finish off the tackle, but about a 5 or 6 yard gain there. That's going to put it right to about the 30-yard line here. So another keeper there for Hankey, as he's just running that ball up the middle by himself here.
All right, here we go. Hankey shotgun formation. 2 wide receivers left, 2 to the right, same formation. And it's all been Hankey for the quarterback. He's going to drop back 7 steps. He's going to the fader to the right side and juggling catch and completed for a good 10-yard gain there by Elijah. Let's see here. Elijah, is that Hilden? Hilden, excuse me. 10-yard gain.
It just rolling out to his right, Hankey was on that one. Actually had some nice coverage there. He was able to have some time to pass that off. And there, again, it was Hilden that kind of bobbled that pass. It looked like he was maybe going to drop it, but he was able to grab it again as it bobbled in the air, and he grabs it, and he's able out on the far side of the field to move the chains again, bringing the ball up to about the 22-yard line.
All right, here we go for the next play, shotgun, and we have a timeout. But there's a flag. It looks like there was a timeout before the flag happened because I think the time ran out for the play clock. So we're going to have a timeout for the Aggies. They are down 21-6, driving with 2 minutes to go. Back here in 1 minute, KSJB. We are back here on AM 600 KSJB, online at ksjbam.com. Thank you to all of our sponsors that made this broadcast possible. Under 2 minutes to go, 21-6 right now, and in the lead are the Thunder, but the Aggies are driving.
Yeah, they're probably their best drive here so far in this first half for the Aggies. See if they can put some points up or if the Thunder can stop them here with just 1:59 on the clock here.
And there's a whistle to get things going. Hankey shotgun. There's that wide receiver set. 3 to the far side. 1 to the left. Hankey rolls out to near side field, and it's over the head to his intended receiver. That was Andrew Moe, incomplete.
Yeah, just a roll out to his right. Had a little time to throw it down the field there, but Moe just not able to even get a hand on that, throwing pretty well over his head. And incomplete pass, though, that stops the clock at 1:55, so it'll bring up 2nd down here for the Aggies.
2nd and 10, deep into the Thunder territory. Shotgun, Hankey, no backs. It's an empty backfield. Hankey rolls out to the right. He's going to throw across the shoulder, far side, and way over the head of Jordan Omley. 3rd down. This is 4-down territory, though.
Yeah, there's just plenty of time for Hankey to get that pass off, and just threw it deep down the field. That would have been a touchdown had that been probably caught, but Omley not able to even catch up to it, a little bit over his head. So it brings up 3rd down here, and just they've only taken like 9 seconds off the clock here to try to complete a couple passes, but that's going to bring up 3rd and 10 here for the Aggies.
21-6 Thunder. Aggies in deep in Thunder territory, 1:50 remaining. It's going to be Hankey underneath center, I formation, 2 wide receivers to the left. Hankey's going to fake the handoff. He's going to throw it on the far side and way over the head of his tight end. Incomplete, no flags. 4th down, 4th and 10 coming up. I expect them to go for it.
Yeah, nice pass coverage there. Philip Hagan, Brennan Vance, and Ryan Ost all kind of team up for the good coverage. I believe for the Aggies receiver there, he just got the tip of his fingers on it, but not able to pull that one down at all. So that'll bring up 4th down here, like Kyle said, for the Aggies.
4th and 10 from the Thunder. Oh, what is that? The 22, 23-yard line. Shotgun, Hankey, 4th and 10. 2 wide receivers to the left, one to the right. Hankey looking to the left side. He's going and way over the head of the intended receiver, Omley. Turnover on downs.
So the Thunder defense holds out here as Hankey trying to pass his way into the end zone there, and pretty well denied about 4 times there. And a few of those just a little overthrown, not even a chance for the players to catch those, but a few of them were real close, and just some good coverage by the Thunder. So the Thunder will start their drive back with 1:40 to go here in the first half. Still in the first half, Kyle.
The Thunder at their own 23, and it's been an exciting first half, and they actually get the ball back, the Thunder do, in the second half. And here we go underneath center is D-Wald. I think they're going to just run down the clock, and Greenike gains roughly 3 yards, and they're going to try to go into halftime with a good lead.
Yeah, just a quick handoff here to the far side. So D-Wald handing it to Greenike. Greenike to his left a little bit. It gets up across the 25. They'll place that just ahead of the 25 marker here on the field. So that'll bring up about 2nd and 6 here on the clock here.
And that clock is running, 1:10 remaining, so they're just trying to run down that clock to take a lead in halftime, get the ball back after halftime, and try to keep going. And there's a handoff. This time I think that's Gehring with the handoff. I can't see with all the players everywhere.
Yeah, there is a pile of them. Let's see who gets up from the bottom here.
I didn't see whom.
Yep. Can't tell.
Either way, it's going to be, looks like a timeout for the Aggies. Timeout for the Aggies with a 3rd down coming up, so they're going to try to get that ball back. Back in 30 seconds, KSJB. 55 seconds remaining before halftime, 21-6, and the Thunder in the lead. It's 3rd and roughly 6, deep in Thunder territory for the Thunder, and the Aggies took a timeout because they're trying to get that ball back.
That's right. Like Kyle's saying, they're trying to stop the clock so that they can stop the Thunder and try to get that ball back.
And they're going to hand it off to Greenike, and he has running room galore, gets the first down. There he goes to the 45 and at the 40. And now what do you do after that huge gain? Do you go for the score or keep running it?
Yeah, now you almost got to go for the score. Now you're getting into your territory. It's really hard not to. A 32-yard run there for Greenike, put some offense up, doing a beautiful job breaking some tackles right about the 40-yard line. He had a guy dragging with him, and he was able to get through there and stay on his feet. And here we go, Thunder lining up quick.
I have a feeling they're just going to run that clock down, even though they still have 40 yards to go. And it's going to be a pass. What? Here we go. D-Wald in the middle, up in the air, and that one could have been picked off. Incomplete. So they're going to try for it, it looks like, with 38 seconds remaining.
Yeah, Hunter White, the intended receiver on that one, just not able to get a hand on it. But, well, he did actually get a hand on it, but it went right through him. And some tight coverage there, but that stopped the clock at 38 seconds here. Ball is on the 40-yard line. Thunder are in Aggie territory.
Here we go. 3 wide receivers all to the near side, 1 to the far side. D-Wald's underneath center. Greenike is the running back. They're going to go for it on 2nd and 10 at the 40. Greenike is going to get the carry, and all that spread offense, and no gain on that one, but the clock is running. So that's a good trick play by Sheely to make sure they look like they're going to pass it, but the clock's running now with 26 seconds remaining. Joe, we have 1 play left. I expect a great bomb to the end zone.
Yeah, I guess at this point, this could be exactly that. But that last play, they just kind of shook it up a little.
10 seconds. D-Wald, he's going to drop back. He's going to go. There's a flag on the play. Almost intercepted. We'll see what the flag is.
Yeah, that pass almost intercepted there by Trent Carlson. Just broke up that. He knocked that ball down, but he had it almost in his hands there as D-Wald trying to pass out to the right wing in a hurry, but
there is a flag on the play.
Like I said, Carlson to break that up. But the flag here, we are waiting to see once.
Looks like it's on the Thunder because he's talking to the Aggies captains. And
So-
it's declined. It's a declined penalty.
10 for the Thunder.
Didn't know exactly what the penalty was, but it's declined. So it stands for another third down. They're going to decline the penalty and take a fourth down, which is the smarter move. They're going to go for it on fourth down with 6 seconds remaining and dropping back and going all the way to the end zone, and it is caught and touchdown for the Thunder, but there's
a
2
flag.
flags on the play. My goodness! Wow!
That could be pass interference, though, on the Aggies, but we don't know.
Don't know yet. If it's on the Aggies, it's a touchdown.
That's right. Yep.
Jinx. All right. We'll see what. This is huge. That's a 40-yard touchdown pass. Who was that to again, Joe? That was Lane Hansen.
Yeah, 85.
It is touchdown. It is official. My goodness, the Thunder are rolling it on.
So a 40
40-yard touchdown pass to Lane Hansen for the touchdown on the last second play in the second quarter. Extra point is no good. Extra point is no good. At the end of 2 quarters, 27 Thunder, 6 Aggies, back in 3 minutes. KSJB. We are back here in Kulm. Halftime score, it's Ellendale Edgeley-Kulm 27 and the Park River Fordville-Lankin Aggies 6 at halftime. And what a game it has been so far. By the way, the winner of this game will play the number 1 seed and the number 1 ranked Larimore up in Larimore next Saturday afternoon. Let's get things going for the touchdowns. It all started with Park River. They got the kickoff. Okay, they were going to return the kickoff. It got fumbled on the kickoff, and right away, the Thunder get the ball. Then they score with 10 minutes, 44 seconds remaining in the first quarter. It is Greenike with a 1-yard touchdown run. Extra point was good, 7-0 Thunder. Park River Fordville-Lankin had a turnover on downs, but here come the Thunder. They started at their own 40. Then at the 4-minute, 54-second first quarter mark, touchdown, and this time it was Dewald to his his tight end, Luke Wirtz. A 4-yard touchdown pass, extra point good, 14-0 Thunder. Park River Fordville-Lankin. They then fumble the ball. Ellendale gets it. Ellendale Edgeley-Kulm then gets it back, but they couldn't go anywhere because the punt was bad. It was a bad punt, and here come the Aggies with prime field position. They started at the 14-yard line in Thunder territory. They score with 15 seconds remaining in the first quarter. This time it was a touchdown pass from Jackson Hankey to his wide receiver, Andrew Moe. 2-yard touchdown pass. The 2-point conversion, no good. 14-6 Thunder. Second quarter, the Thunder fumble it right away, and here's Park River Fordville-Lankin. They get it back at their own 12-yard line. That fumble was on Greenike after gaining roughly 40 yards. But then they have the punted. Here comes the Thunder. At the 4-minute, 43-second mark in the second quarter, it was a touchdown for the Thunder, and it was a beautiful trick play. It went from Dewald to a quick pass to the wide receiver, which would be Luke Wirtz. Luke Wirtz then threw it to a wide open Brennan Vance, a 51-yard touchdown pass, good. Extra point, good. 21-6, all Thunder. And then Park River Fordville-Lankin, they have a turnover it on downs deep into Thunder territory. And here comes the Thunder, and they threw a Hail Mary at 0 seconds remaining. It was a 40-yard touchdown pass from Dewald to the tight end, Lane Hansen. Extra point, no good. 27-6. It is all Thunder here tonight for this afternoon, Joe. Wow, what a game so far.
Yes, it has been an exciting one.
But we got to keep in mind, they're taking on the 2-time defending state champion, and they've been in playoffs 7 years in a row. Second half always could be a different story for both teams, or the same story. You just don't know, of course.
That's right. It just depends on, like we talked about earlier, what's that 3.5-hour bus drive do for you? Well, maybe maybe now they're loosened up and maybe here they go in the second half, but you don't know. That's why we play the game.
Exactly.
And every half kind of tells a story, but it can be a whole turn of events, but you just don't know. Right now the Thunder have momentum, and they get the ball back. Just a huge pass completion there, like you said, to Lane Hansen, and making that 40-yarder there at the end of that second.
And he was blocked, Lane Hansen, by the pass interference. There's defenders all over him, 2 defenders, and here he picks it out of the air, Lane Hansen, and walks in for a touchdown, and momentum is all on Thunder's side. But, like we said, second half coming up. Let's get to some stats, Joe.
All right, we'll start here for the visiting team, the Park River Fordville-Lankin Aggies. They've carried the ball 15 times on offense, and 10 of those carries were by Mr. Jackson Hankey, and he has 50 yards for them so far in this first half. It was also here, it was Elijah Hilden that has 3 carries for 8 yards, and it was also Jordan Omley that has 8 yards on 1 carry. So 15 carries for a total of 67 yards here of rushing for the Aggies. Now, passing-wise, they're 4 of 10 for 56 yards, and biggest gain of that was a 30-yard completion to Jaden Chalich there, that he completed that one back in the first quarter for 30 yards. And that, then the other one that made a 10-yard completion was Elijah Hilden. So they are 4 of 10 for 56 yards on passing for the Aggies. They have a couple penalties, a 10-yard illegal block and a 10-yard holding call, so 20 yards of penalties against the Aggies. Now we flip the sheet and we run over the Ellendale Edgeley-Kulm, the home team here, the Thunder. 22 carries here in the first half for them, and 14 of those by Mr. Greenike himself. And he's got 87 yards unofficially on the board here. Clayton Greenike putting up 87 yards in 14 carries. While other carries here, Cole Gehring with 23 yards off 3 carries. And Luke Wirtz has 10 yards off 1 carry. Nathan Peterson and Talon Walks each have about 5 yards. So 22 carries for 128 yards offensive rushing here for the Ellendale Edgeley-Kulm Thunder. Now passing the ball, pretty impressive numbers put up here. They are 7 of 10 I've got for them for about 169 yards. Their biggest completions was the pass, of course, went out to White, who passed it down the field to Vance. He gave him a 51-yard completion, and he also had a 17-yard completion. So Brennan Vance has 68 yards of passing. He leads the team there. And then Luke Wirtz has 57 yards of completions, and Lane Hansen, the 140-yard catch right before halftime. So 7 of 10 for 169 yards for passing for the Thunder. Penalty-wise, they've got a couple offsides, a couple 5-yard penalties, and a holding call. So they've got about 20 yards because they had one other one that was declined.
Well, all I can say so far, first half, all Thunder, they're going to try to maintain that momentum. The Aggies, they've probably been in these situations many, many times before, and they're going to try everything to get back that momentum. I believe everything. So the Thunder are going to have to be ready because there's a lot coming after them in the second half.
Yep, I agree. You know, the Aggies have been in these situations. They have been playoff bound for 7 years in a row. They know if they don't do something, they're not going to come out ahead. And they're 2-time state champions, like you said, Kyle.
And the playoffs, one and done. That's it in the playoffs.
Yep,
so you have to win how many in a row to get to that championship game and to win that championship. So once again, expect the Thunder to try to figure out what the Aggies are going to do, because the Aggies are coming at them full blast in the second half. The score at halftime, 27-6 in favor for the Ellendale Edgeley-Kulm Thunder. The Aggies are going to be on defense. The Thunder will be on offense to start the third quarter. Let's take a 2-minute break here on KSJB. All right, we are back here on AM 600 KSJB. Let's take a look at some scores in our region. The Cavalier is leading Napoleon Gackle Streeter 20-18 at halftime. That's a good game going on. Wow, that's in Napoleon. Thompson leads Richland 66-19 after 3 quarters. So that one's going for a cruising. Velva Sawyer leads Killdeer 28-2, and that is in Killdeer. So that is coming to a cruising too. Other scores to see if I can find any here. This one's an interesting one. Kidder County and Hankinson are tied at 8-8 halftime. And Jack Biesterfeld and company, that team all of a sudden through injuries, they are playing very good football, losing 2 main guys. Not bad for Kidder County.
Yeah.
And by the way, the teams that we watch in our region that are left in the playoffs, Kidder County, they're tied at 8. Napoleon Gackle Streeter, they're down by 2, 20-18. And right now, Ellendale Edgeley-Kulm for Class A, and that is currently 27-6. So, honestly, Joe, we don't know what game we're going to do next week if all 3 teams are going to win.
Yeah, that's really going to, well, we'll have to decide, I guess. We'll see how they go. Of course, it's at halftime of all 3 games right now, but all 3 teams looking very well and alive in all of those games.
And that just shows our region pretty resilient through all the injuries. Napoleon Gackle Streeter had an injury. Kidder County had 2 injuries. EEK, they've been pretty solid, but once again, they're playing some good football right now.
Yeah, they are.
Very good, but here we go, second half. That's why you play 2 halves of the game, Joe.
Yeah,
so we
right.
have a lot of football left all around the state for our 3 teams that we are watching in our region. That's immediate in our region.
Yep.
All right, here we go. So, Joe, looks like the Aggies are going to be kicking off to the Thunder in the backfield. Who is that? Let's see here for
Dylan Matke, I believe, is back, and Ryan Ost and Philip Hagen all in the backfield here.
All right, so here we go. The start this third quarter off, and the Aggies have a lot to do, and all the Thunder need to do, maintain that momentum and expect run. Mr. Greenike and D-Wald, and the wide receivers are getting involved quite well too. There's the kickoff up in the air. It's going to be picked up by Matke at his 18, and he's going to get down, it looks like, at the 25 to start things off.
Yeah, Matke takes it off of a bounce, actually, and nice job there into his hands. He grabs it, like Kyle said, about the 18, and he'll get pushed out right at the 25-yard line. So a good job there by Matke to hang on to that and start here. A good start here for the Thunder from their own 25-yard line.
I would love to hear the halftime speeches from both coaches, Sheely and Gall, for each team. I would just love to hear them to see what they said. Here we go. We're in Culm this afternoon as the Thunder lead 27-6 to start the third quarter. And guess who starts it? Mr. Greenike. Look at that running room on the far side. He's going to the 50. He's at the 45, the 40. He's tripped up to the 30 and goes to the 20 and finally tripped up inside the 20. Momentum, Thunder side.
Yeah, wow.
75 yards, wasn't it? No,
55.
55 yards.
55 yards to start. Clayton Greenike just gets that pitch out right to the right side, and unbelievable, just finds the hole there, going to the far side. He's running from the middle of the field to the far side, and he just cuts forward and runs it all the way down where he's finally brought down inside the 20-yard line.
Water break for Mr. Greenike here on the sideline.
He deserves that.
Yeah. All right, here's a handoff to Garing. He's hanging on to the ball. They're going to keep running. It looks like it's a good 3-yard gain by Garing, and he's actually had a decent game for a few carries that he gets.
Yeah, he's had 23 yards in the first half there, just off 3 carries. That's his 4th carry. He'll gain just a little a couple yards there after that carry, but like you said, give Greenike a little rest here after that run. Wow, just a powerful run. He broke a tackle at about once he crossed midfield and got to about the 40-yard line and broke a tackle and was able to get all the way up to about the 20 where he was pushed down.
All right, so 2nd and 8, they're going to say inside the 20-yard line in the Aggie territory. They're going to hand it off to the fullback on the far side. That's a good carry by Nathan Peterson, and he's going to gain maybe another 2-3 yards, it looks like.
Yeah, just kind of up the middle, trying to follow some blocking. Gets to his right a little bit, trying to power his way up, trying to get that first down so they can get they're going to need to get almost to about the 8-yard line, it looks like, to where they're going to before they'll get that first and goal. So that brings up 3rd and 5 here for the Thunder.
Green Ike is back in after that 2-play breather and running 55 yards on the first opening play of the third quarter. Underneath center, D-Wald, I formation. Green Ike is in motion. Green Ike gets the carry left side. He's trying to get off the edge, and he's getting tackled by a couple players there. He's going to gain maybe 1 yard to make it 4th and short. 4th and short. I expect them to go for it.
Yeah, it's going to be a interesting call here. John Shealy, you never know. We saw, it could be a kick and it could be a goal for, but I think it's going to be a goal for it as D-Wald looking to take something in the huddle here. Green Ike trying to just power his way to the left there. He did break one tackle, got it to the 10-yard line. They need a couple yards here.
Yep, 4th and 2 inside the 15. D-Wald motion. Rolls out to the right. He's under pressure. He's going to throw it to the tight end. Is that caught? That is caught, and it's going to be very, very, very close.
That was a rollout pass to Luke Wirtz, I believe, was the. Yeah, it's to Wirtz, but Wirtz was on the about the 10-yard line when he caught that, and it's going to be it'll be short. So that'll be a turnover on downs right at about the 10-yard line. He needed a couple more yards and a good grab though by Luke Wirtz catching that ball because he was under some pressure, and D-Wald was too. He had to get rid of that ball, and he was able to make the completion, but just not enough of a gain on that play.
And they stopped. They were stopped at the 9-yard line. So they went for it, couldn't get anything, but now the Aggies are deep, deep, deep in their own territory. And they're going to start things off, I believe, with a carry to Hankey. Let's see here once the pile gets up. Lane Hansen definitely got that tackle. That was not Hankey.
No, that was going to be Hilden.
Yes, Hilden with that one, and he's going to gain 4 yards.
Just powering his way out of there. Peterson and Hansen team up on the tackle on that one. And, 4-yard gain, so it'll be 2nd and 6 here for the Aggies.
9 minutes, third quarter, 27-6. It is all Thunder here in Kulm for this first-round playoff game. The winner plays Larimore. And there's Hankey with the run, and he's still going to gain, it looks like, 2 yards to make it 3rd and short coming up. He was in quarterback position, by the way.
Yep, just right up the middle. They're going to get that ball up across the 15 to about the 16 or 17-yard line. The defensive line there making the tackle for the Thunder.
All right, here we go. Thunder are lining up at the line of scrimmage for defense, and here come the Aggies at the line of scrimmage. 2 wide receivers, near side and far side. Hankey's going to take the quarterback keeper. Oh, he's going to be close. Yeah, they're going to say first down. A good 2-yard scamper with the quarterback in shotgun formation.
Yeah, just Hankey just keeping it and just running right up the middle, just getting enough of a hold and diving his way to about that. He needed about the 19-yard line. And he got it about 19 and a half, so just able to get that first down, and they move the chains here. Ball placed right short about the 20-yard line.
So here comes the Aggies. They're trying to get anything going. They have a 1st and 10, like you said, on their own 20-yard line. And underneath center, that's Zavalny. Zavalny's underneath center, I formation with Hankey in the running back formation, and he is tripped up right away by the defense. That's a loss of 1 by Hankey.
Yeah, I believe that was Talon Walks there on the defensive stop, just getting him by the ankles as he was getting the handoff there. Nice job by the Thunder defense there, and just a loss of about 1 there on that handoff to Hankey there. So,
all right, so here we go for the next play, the 2nd and 11 from what I can see on the far side of the field. They're at their own 20 or 19-yard line, excuse me now. It's going to be Hankey and shotgun. 2 wide receivers to left and to the right. They're spread out. Spread offense, dropping back. 7-step drop. He's going to do a quick screen pass, and it is dropped right away. And he's tripping, was the player that was supposed to get it. That's Elijah Hilden. And incomplete.
Yeah, the first pass attempt here for the Aggies in the second half. Just coming here on their first drive of the second half. 7:22 to go here in the third quarter. And just an incomplete pass there out to the left side there as Hilden just couldn't hang on to it because he had some room to run had he caught that ball.
3rd and 11, deep in their own territory. They need to convert this down because it's a huge down on the 3rd and 11. Shotgun, empty backfield. Hankey, 3 wide receivers. Far side, 1 to the near side. Hankey looks, he's going inside and dropped. Any flag?
Incomplete.
No flag. 4th and 11, punt team coming out.
Ryan
They'll bring
Ost
up
on the
4th down
coverage
for the
there,
Aggies.
and that pass intended for Jordan Omley, just a little bit underthrown, as pretty much right at the knees of Omley, and Ryan Ost able to just get enough on it to break it up. So the Thunder defense holds the Aggies to only one move of the chains there, as we'll see a punt here coming by the Aggies now.
All right, so we'll see who's in the backfield. Nope, they're not going to play the punt. They're going to just in case, and that's a huge boot right there by that big tight end. But it's only going to get to the 45-yard line in their own territory.
Yeah, that took a Thunder bounce on that one. Hits about the 46-yard line and then bounced out of bounds. So the Thunder will take over here in their own territory.
46, they say. 46 in the Aggie territory.
Oh, yeah, in the Aggie territory. That's right, yep.
So 46-yard line in Aggie territory, and here we go. Prime field position again for the Thunder. And the offense comes out again, up 27-6, third quarter, halfway through about now. D-Wald's underneath center. I formation for running backs. 1 wide receiver to the left, 1 to the far side to the right. And that's a handoff. Green Ike, my goodness, he can run pretty good with that vision, but he's only going to gain roughly about 2 yards.
Yeah, just a handoff. He's on the right side of D-Wald there, powering his way. They're going to just put the ball about the 45, so only about 1 yard actually on that, yard and a half. So it'll bring up 2nd and 9 here for the Thunder, but just trying to run that ball, see if they can get another big play out of their.
And I think the Thunder rather run the ball to burn that clock down already with the 27-6 lead.
Yeah,
underneath
correct.
Center. Toss, Green Ike. He steps back inside, runs over his own man, and that's only another yard gain. They're not getting much here to make it 3rd and long coming up in Aggie territory.
No, that was actually Gehring on that run, Kyle. Gehring gets the pitch off to the left a little bit, and he'll get that ball up to about the 43-yard line. So just about a 2 or 3 yard gain there for Gehring. They'll place the ball at about the 42, I guess. So that'll bring up 3rd and 6 here. So kind of a big 3rd down again for the Thunder.
Yeah, but once again, even if they punt, it's still prime field position for them, for the defense to start things off. D-Wald underneath center, I formation, and they're going to toss it. Green Ike fumbled it. It's wide open. Somebody's got to pick it up, and that was a fumble on the toss and recovered by the Aggies. They have great field position on that fumble. That's the 2nd fumble by Green Ike, but I think that was on the toss more than anything.
Yeah, Green Ike it was tossed just a little bit too far ahead of him. He got his hands on it, but that's about all he could do. Trent Carlson going to be the official Aggie that dropped on that ball right about the 43-yard line, right about the line of scrimmage actually is where he picked that ball up or was able to jump on it. So another turn of events here. They're still in their own territory, but not by much.
This game has a little bit of everything. Here we go. Looks like it's the handoff to Hankey once again, and he's going to gain maybe 2 yards on that carry.
Yeah, Hankey just powering his way up the middle there. Luke Wirtz and Nathan Peterson
on the stop.
going to make the stop there for the Thunder right on the defensive line there.
2nd and 9 from the 44-yard line. 5:24 remaining in your third quarter. 27-6. Thunder in the lead. Great crowd on hand here for this afternoon. A beautiful, beautiful day for some football action. First round playoffs. The winner plays Larimore next Saturday afternoon. Shotgun. No, it's going to be actually Hankey in I formation. Zavalny is the quarterback. Toss to left side. That's a new running back getting it. That's Zachary Bosch. And that's a no gain. No gain, it looks like.
No gain on the play.
Yeah, just running out to his left. Took a little pitch out to his left. And there is 3 of the Thunder right there to make that stop for the Thunder. Aggie's ball here is still going to be on about the 44-yard line, so that'll be 3rd and 9 here for the Aggies.
Even if it's fourth down, I believe they're going to go for it even on a fourth down since they have a little better field position. Shotgun formation. Hankey's the quarterback this time. 2 wide receivers to the left, 2 to the right. Dropping back for a pass. 3-step drop. Looks to the near side. Wide open and going is Mo, and he makes the catch, and wide open, broken coverage.
That's going to be about a 36 or 7.
16-yard line of the
Wow,
Thunder.
big pass completion there. Mo able to break coverage
40-yard
there.
pass completion
About a
from
40-yarder,
Mo
they're
will
saying.
bring up first
That's
And,
a wide open.
Yeah, he got wide open there. And the Thunder, Ryan Ost making the stop there, forcing him out of bounds, but not before a huge play.
And you can't do that against a team that's been in the state championship twice and won it twice. And that's the thing. 2 wide receivers to the near side, to the far side also. So it's a wide receiver set, empty backfield. And Hankey's just going to take it to the far side. And he's going to keep running, and he's going to jump over a player. And it's going to be, looks like first and
Hankey on
goal
the carry.
from the 1 yard line. First and goal
Down
from the
to the
1 yard
1
line.
yard line.
12-yard gain, it looks like.
Yeah.
Or so.
See, that ball was on about the the 16 or 17 yard line. So if he gets down to the 1 there, that's
No,
going to be
it's going to be about 3 yard line. So, yeah, about
okay,
12
so
yard
about a
gain.
12 or
Yeah.
13
It'll be
yard.
first and goal for the Aggies.
Yep, so it's first and goal from the 3 yard line. Let's see what they can do. Shotgun formation. And they're going to run it in with Hankey, and he's going to walk right in
Hankey
for a
on
3 yard
carry
touchdown
for a
run.
3-yard
And they're on the
touchdown
board.
run.
The strike first in the second half. 27-12. We have a 2-point conversion pending.
And that comes with just 3 minutes and 58 seconds to go there. But that handoff, Hankey just following a little blocking to
Going
his
after
right, and
them
he's
for
able
the
to
Aggies.
walk in. He's pretty much untouched, stays on his feet to make that touchdown. So turnover there by the Thunder, a fumble and a turnover, and that is going to cost them some points here.
All right, here we go for 2-point conversion. Hankey's going to try running up in the middle, and it's going to be close. Yep, they're going to say it's good and runs it up for a 2-point conversion.
Hankey on the 2-point
27-14,
conversion
the Aggies strike
So
to
with
get
3:58
closer to
left
that
in the third
lead.
quarter,
Let's take a 1-minute break.
Ellendale,
KSJB.
Edgeley-Kulm.
Hankey scores a 3-yard touchdown, 27-14. Thunder still in the lead. Lots of ball game left with under 4 minutes to go, third quarter. And there's the kick, and it's going to be picked up by the Thunder. And hanging on to it and gaining
Matkey
forward
on
at
the
the
return.
35-yard line is Matkey
For a
to start things
15-yard
off.
return
Yeah, he picked that up about the 21 or 2 yard line, gets it up to about the
for Dylan
35.
Matkey.
So
First
Dylan
and 10,
Matkey there
Thunder.
again gets that ball for about a 13 or 14 yard return. And the Thunder will start right at the 35-yard line is where they're going to put that in their own territory. 3:54 to go here in the third quarter.
Ball's at the
The
Thunder
Thunder lead
35-yard line.
27-14.
All right, first and 10 from their own 35. D-Walt underneath center. They're going to hand it off to Greenike. He steps forward to the right side, and another
Greenike
close
on the
fumble
carry.
there, but he's only going to gain 2 yards, and
Gain of about 2
they're not
yards
getting
for
much.
Greenike.
No, right now the Aggies defense actually kind of stopping that run game on the Thunder.
down and 8
And they caused
for
that
the Thunder.
fumble on the last one at the 40, and they were able to run it in here. So if the Aggies kind of step up here on defense, they're not out of this game by any means. I mean, this game is anybody's here, and see if the Thunder can work through it.
And they've been in the playoffs 7 years in a row. They know this feeling. 3:21 remaining, third quarter. 27-14 Thunder, and the Thunder control the ball. I formation, and they're just going to keep handing it off to Greenike, and he has good vision. He tries to sidestep. He breaks another tackle.
Greenike on
That's a good
carry.
5-yard gain. Makes it third and short, a manageable short yardage.
Yeah, Greenike somehow able to stay on his feet there, gets across the 40-yard line,
It'll be third down
and
and 2
picks up
for the
about
Thunder.
another 3 yards after he looked like he was stopped on that run. So
43-yard
some
line.
nice power
32.
showing off there, but we know he's got that. If he can just break through, he's pretty well been picking up 50 yards at a time here, but right now the Aggies are pretty well trying to tame him.
All right, here we go on third and short. The first ever time in the playoffs for the co-op. Thunder, D-Walt, Greenike. He is going to run, and he's going to be close. Very, very,
Greenike
very
carry.
close. We're going to wait and see what the refs say.
Yeah, it depends on where they place that. He was on the 45-yard line. That's where they need to be, but that ball
First
might
down,
have.
Thunder.
They got it.
So just enough for Greenike.
Yeah, pretty much needed 2 yards. He got 2 yards and a quarter inch, I think, Kyle.
A quarter inch. We'll say a quarter inch.
A quarter
Since
inch.
it's in yards. So
It
that
looks
worked.
like he got it by a good half a yard.
Okay.
He broke he needed to get across that 45. They place it just across the 45 by almost a football length is all, though.
All right, 1st and 10, about that 45 and a quarter inch, you would say. Underneath center is D-Wald. Greenike in motion. Hand off to Gehring. He has a lot of running room, and he's going to gain a good 13 yards.
So Gehring doing pretty good today. Like I said, 23 yards in the first half, and right now that was his about a 13-yard scamper there. So he's got about 19 yards so far in the second half, and that's going to move the chains, and that'll put the ball at about the 43-yard line. Now they are in Aggie territory. The Thunder are on this drive.
2 minutes to go, third quarter, 27-14, and the Aggies, they need to stop that run because the Thunder love to run it, to run down that clock with that lead. Underneath center, D-Wald, and he's going to hand it off this time to the fullback and trying to go off to the edge, and he gains a good yardage there. And now it's by Nathan Peterson. That's about 3-yard gain.
Yeah, about 3 yards for Nathan Peterson there. That's his second carry of the second half here, so he's got about 5 yards. He had 5 yards in the first half, so just changing it up here a little bit, just not giving it to Greenike on every play here, trying to shake things up a little bit, but that puts the ball at the 40-yard line. The Thunder have it, and they are in Aggie territory.
27-14, 1:15 remaining. Underneath center, that's D-Wald again. 3 backs of the backfield. They're going to hand it off. And getting that carry, Peterson, you said.
Walks.
And slow to get up.
Oh, it was
Walks?
Walks, I guess, on the carry.
Talon Walks, right? Yep.
Talon Walks
Okay.
on the carry, so he'll pick up a couple yards, gets that ball to about the 38-yard line.
It'll be 3rd down and 5.
So he's going to gain 5 yards. He has 9 yards so far in 2 carries. Not too bad. Good yardage. A coach is happy when he gets 4 yards every carry. 38 seconds remaining before the third quarter ends. And the Thunder are driving on a 3rd and 5 in Aggie territory. D-Wall toss. Greenike has some running room. He's trying to hang on to that ball, and he's going to gain maybe 3 yards to make it 4th and short coming up.
Yeah, it's going to bring up 4th down and about 2 here, and that puts the ball right at the 35-yard line. They need to get to about the 33.
And it looks like it's going to have to wait because the quarter's going to run out, so they're just going to wait to make it 4th and 3 coming up when we start the fourth quarter. Right now, 27-14. It is Thunder in the lead over the Aggies. Back in a minute. KSJB.
Edgeley-Kulm.
They're switching fields. Thank you to our sponsors to make this broadcast possible. Fourth quarter about to start. 27-14. Thunder leading the Aggies. Comes down to this last 12 minutes, Joe, and it's a 4th and 3 to start things off. D-Wald is underneath center. Greenike on the far side. I formation. 1 wide receiver to the right. Greenike, a toss to Gehring. He left side, and it's going to be pretty short on that. And that is going to be only a gain of yard. Gehring is short. Turnover on downs, and that's momentum for the Aggies to start out the fourth quarter.
Yeah, it really is. The last time the Thunder kind of fumbled it on 4th down, turning it over. And now, then the Aggies scored, and now this will be about the 37-yard line where the Aggies will start their drive. They've got a full 12 minutes pretty much. They trail, though, 27-14, but see if this Thunder defense can stop them. Still
roughly about 2 scores. It all depends what they go for 2-point or extra point, and it all depends on that, but it's about 2 scores. All right, so empty backfield. It's all wide receivers, 5 of them. Shotgun, Hankey. They're going to try the passing game, and they're going to bomb it out. And it was way out of the receiver's hands.
Yeah, that was way overthrown. That was intended out there for Andy Moe, but about 5 yards it bounced in front of him. But a deep pass, though. I mean, that was way out to about the 30-yard line on the other side of the midfield. So from about they're at the 37-yard line here.
Yeah, it's going to be 2nd and 10. That clock didn't go off, and they like that, but they're facing the 2nd and 10. Looks like shotgun. Hankey's going to carry it on the left side. He beats one tackle, gets off to the edge, but still gains 8 yards to make it 3rd and short.
3rd down.
Yeah, just a
4.
nice power run, running to his right, and broke a tackle across in the 40 and gets it up to about the 44-yard line. So a good 6-yard run there by Hankey.
3rd and short. This is where they need to stop him. And it's going to be Hankey with a carry, and right in the backfield. He's going nowhere. No gain, and it's 4th and short. What do the Aggies do? Down by almost 2 scores, 27-14.
Lane Hansen there making a great appearance from the far side. He wraps him up and stopping him, and then the whole defensive line just pushes him back. So a timeout on the field by the Aggies, Kyle.
4th and short coming up back in 30 seconds, KSJB. 27-14, Thunder in the lead here in Kulm on this great Saturday afternoon. Class A first-round playoff action. Brought to you by the North Dakota High School Activity Association and our fine sponsors. And Joe, 4th and short at the Aggie 45. This is a huge 4th down.
I think we've been saying that all the way here. Is this a huge 3rd down or 4th down? But this one is the biggest thus far, I will say.
Thus far.
For either team, it's huge. It's momentum for the Aggies, and it's a great turnover.
Hankey, shotgun, 2 wide receivers left and right. Hankey's going to take it on the far edge, and he might be short. He is short. Lane Hansen stops him. Turnover on downs, and here we go. The Thunder have prime position.
That's 2 huge stops there by Lane Hansen, and he knew it, that one, but there's talking the chain gang to come out here.
We're going to measure.
All right, so Lane Hansen, he came off the edge because it's been all Hankey for this last second half, you would have to say. This is going to be pretty close.
It is, but it just depends on where they place that ball. They place it.
It's
no, he's short.
He's short by a quarter inch or so. Hey, you said quarter inch.
I did. That was great comment, Kyle.
All right, so Hankey only gains maybe a yard, but it's too short for that. And with that, the Thunder have prime field position at the Aggie 46-yard line. How much time left? 10:57 remaining in your 4th quarter. 27-14, Thunder in the lead. The winner plays Larimore next Saturday afternoon. And they have to travel up to Larimore. Underneath center, it's D-Wald. I formation, Green Ike in the backfield. He's going to get the handoff, and he's still trying to run forward, and it's only going to gain about 2 yards.
Yeah, just powering his way up, gets the handoff on the from the left side of D-Wald there, and he runs his way right up to about the 45. They started at about the 47, so it'll about a little over a yard gain there by Green Ike on that drive.
10:30 remaining, 4th quarter. And it's 2nd and 9 coming up. The ball's on the 45 in Aggie territory. Here comes D-Wald from Coach Sheely to get the play. They're lining up at the line of scrimmage. Offense, D-Wald underneath center, I formation, 1 wide receiver to left, 1 to the right. They're going to hand it off to Green Ike again, and he almost gets tackled, beats the tackle, trying to go off the edge, and he's going to keep going. Oh, my goodness, he had a good trucking there, and he's still going to gain 2 yards for all that work.
Wow, that was a lot of work there by Green Ike, as he was pretty well stopped at the line of scrimmage and then breaks the tackle and powers his way across the 45 for a yard, and then he was almost tackled again.
Green Ike kind of limping, and looks like he has wrapped up on his knees, and that's not good. Green Ike can barely walk, it looks like. Green Ike is hurting pretty good on his calf, and he is in pain. It looks like he's just cramping up, though, which is good news for the Thunder. But he's still in pain pretty good.
Yeah, he's in a lot of pain there. Green Ike, Thunder need him right now. And we'll see he's getting attended to here on the sideline right in front of us. He's laying down.
We have a timeout. We'll take a 30-second break, KSJB. Well, Joe, it's 27-14, under 10 minutes to go. The left to play, timeout on the field, and Green Ike he's a little upset. We might have a problem here for the Thunder, but it all depends right now is because they're trying to massage his calves right now, Joe.
Yeah, Green Ike just laying down here in front of us. They got a couple trainers working on him here. See once just the extent of this. They're going to help him up, it looks like.
Yeah, we're going to have to wait and see exactly what happens. And Brendan Vance was also down on the far side of the field for an injury timeout, but Brendan Vance is actually in his got under his own power. So 2 stars went down for the Thunder, but now it's 3rd and 5 with Greenike out, Brendan Vance out, but we still have Dewald and we have Gehring in the backfield. So we're going to see what's going to happen on a 3rd and 5 in Aggie territory for the Thunder. Dewald dropping back for a pass. He's going to have to complete it, and for the first down, that's a good 7-yard gain.
That's a nice completion there to Hunter White. He caught that ball just at about the 30, I want to say about the 34 or 36-yard line. No, 34, I was right. But he caught it on his knees, but he knew what he had to have for the first down. So good awareness there. A pass out to the right wing, and Hunter White making the completion for that first down.
Good news on the sideline. Greenike is walking pretty under his own power, pretty good. All right, here we go with a quick move. Wow, what a nice hole in the offensive line for a huge carry by Nathan Peterson. That's an 8-yard scamper, not bad.
7 yards for Peterson.
Yeah, nice run right up the middle there. Peterson, like Kyle said, finds a hole right across about the 35-yard line, and just able to power his way crossing the 30 and gets that ball up to about the 27-yard line. So the Thunder doing what they need to do right at this point is run the clock and move the ball.
All right, so it's 8:58 remaining in your fourth quarter, 27-14. And, Joe, they're doing that very well with Greenike out. They're going to hand it off to Gehring this time. Gehring has a hole, and he's still running, gets the first down and more. That's a good 12-yard scamper almost.
Yeah, Gehring really stepping it up here. He's got about 32 yards already in the second half here, as he's going to get that ball. We're going to see where they're going to place that, but they're going to place it right at the 15-yard line. So it's going to be 1st and 10.
For Gehring for our Thunder. First
All
down.
right, so it's a first down for the Thunder. The clock is still running with 8:40 remaining. They're up 27-14 in the fourth quarter. First round of the playoffs. Thank you to our sponsors that made this broadcast possible. We have a great game going on here this afternoon. The winner plays Larimore. Dewald underneath center. Gehring's in the backfield. One wide receiver left, one to the right. Gehring's going to take the handoff, and he's running with a good hole, and he's going to gain another 7 yards.
Yeah, he'll get up to about the 8-yard line there. Just a nice handoff there, and a good job by the offensive line, just blocking, making a little hole there for the runners there for the Thunder. They move that ball up. It'll be 2nd and 3 now after that 7-yard gain there by Gehring, with 8 minutes to go here in the ball game.
Greenike has his helmet on, ready to go, but Gehring has been doing a very good job filling in, and they're kind of unexpected by that because you never know what they're going to run the play with Greenike out. Dewald is underneath center. Greenike is still on the sideline, but Gehring's on the line. He's going to run forward to the right side, gets off the edge. That's a first down, a good 3-yard gain. 1st and goal inside the 5-yard line for the Thunder.
That was a pretty huge 3-yard gain there by Gehring, just running to his right, getting the handoff and running to the near side of the field, and it took him up across the 5-yard line to where the Aggies finally made the stop on him. But that 1st and goal now gives the Thunder 4 chances to punch it in from about the 4 or 5-yard line here.
7:20 remaining in your fourth quarter, 27-14. Thunder 1st and goal now, trying to go up by almost 3 scores. It's Dewald underneath center, puts a wide receiver in motion. Why not hand it off to Gehring, and he is going to walk right in.
Thunder!
My goodness, a 5-yard run. Gehring, he stepped it up, Joe.
Yeah, Gehring has 8 carries. Let's see, I lost count. I can't even count that high. That was he's got a bunch of yards
11
here.
11 carries already, and he only had like 3 in the first half, if I'm mistaken.
Yeah,
Joe.
he had 23 yards just in the first half, and
after.
right now he has about 60 yards so far here in the second half, and we're going to go for the extra point.
By Gehring, keep in mind. And Gehring's extra point is definitely good. So Gehring, that was his drive. He got it. 34-14, up by 20 are the Thunder. Back in 1 minute, KSJB. 34-14, 7:09 remaining. It is all Thunder, and they score a touchdown, a 5-yard run by Gehring, and Gehring's going to kick it off. It's been the Gehring show in the fourth quarter. And here's the return by the Aggies, and trying to get some room is Irving, and he hits a fumble. Who's going to get it? It's still going to be the Aggies ball. There's been a lot of drop balls here, Joe.
Yeah, there really has. Irvin there picking that ball up at about the 15-yard line. He'll get it up across about the 20, around a 12-yard return, I believe. Let's see where they placed that ball. They're placing it right about the 30. So he had a good 12, 14-yard return there for the Aggies. That's where they'll start. Ball placed about the 30-yard line.
Green Ike is back in on defense, but the other players have stepped up beautifully. Vance is back in. I mean, some of these players, they're a young team, and they're playing very well against the defending state champions. Park River, here's Hankey on his shoulders, down by almost 3 scores. He's going for a bomb, almost intercepted.
Hankey.
Who almost got that ball?
Philip Hagen on that. He broke up that play. The free safety in the back there just made a beautiful read on that. That pass, I believe, was intended for Omley.
Yep.
And you could see Hankey just tell him deeper. He was gonna throw it deep, and
well, they're down by 3 scores with under 7 minutes to go, 34-14. Give or take 3 scores, it's 20 points, but it all depends. Extra point and 2-point conversion, of course. But here we go. Hankey, he's trying to put this team on his shoulders. 3 wide receivers to the near side, 1 to the far side, back right beside him. Hankey's dropping back. Expect another deep pass. He's going long and just touches the wide receiver by Omley. Incomplete. These defensive backs are having a good game.
Yeah, that was Ryan Ost out on the coverage. Luke Wirtz also out there, but Philip Hagen also for the Thunder doing a great job in the backfield. Just they're putting as good a read on that ball as the Aggies to break up the play, so to make sure no big plays are given here.
And you can tell this is a team effort by Coach Shealy's team, and it's amazing how many players have stepped up to fill in during injuries, and here we are. They're facing a 3rd and 10 deep in their own field for the Aggies. Hankey, he's going to go back for a long screen pass, actually, and stopped. No gain on the screen pass.
That's Luke Wirtz on the stop there, but that screen pass looked like it was going to have Bosch. I believe it was Zach Bosch.
Yes, Zachary Bosch.
That pass completion, but just a short gain because right there, Luke Wirtz doing a good job, and he was even being blocked, but he was able to read the pass coming to him and get away from his defense, and basically make that stop.
All right, so here we go. They're going to go for it on 4th down. They have to, even though it's deep in their own territory. Hankey's dropping back. He's going to go for a long bomb up in the air. No good, and that's another huge 4th down. Not as good as the other 4th down we had, but all of a sudden, turnover on downs, and it's deep in Park River, Fordville-Lankin territory for the Thunder.
Yeah, that pass and test was they were trying to get that to Jaden Chalich.
Chalich, yep.
Anyway, he had to jump for it to get it because the Thunder were right there. They had their arms up. He had to jump for it, get his hands up, and he was able to get a hand on it, but just not able to. It was just a little bit too high, pass was. So here we go. Thunder now with the ball again, and they are in the Aggies territory about the 32-yard line.
They're going to hand it off to Green Ike. He has left side. He's going to gain forward, and you can tell the defensive line is frustrated because Green Ike gained 7 yards after almost getting tackled.
Yeah, he looked like he was almost stopped at about the line of scrimmage, and he's able to get that ball, power his way up to about the 26-yard line. So it'll be a 7-yard gain, like Kyle said there, bring up 2nd and 3 for the Thunder.
Thunder facing deep in their territory, the 26-yard line in Aggie territory. 5:29 remaining. They're running down that clock, 34-14, and the co-op is that much away to get their first win in the co-op history. Hand off this time to Green Ike, and that one's going to be a gain of 1.
Yeah, that tackle there made by Cole Clemenson making the stop there and puts the ball right at about the 25-yard line after that handoff, quick short run there by Greenike just trying to find something right up the middle.
All right, so we have 4:55 remaining. By the way, after the completion of this game, we'll have NDSU Bison football at 5:30 pregame, 6 o'clock kickoff right here on KSJB. So it's a football Saturday here on the radio. Hope you guys are enjoying it. Kyle Dean, Joe Jacobs online, KSJBAM.com. D-Wald's going to put somebody in motion. Greenike's going to get the carry. He has too much running room. He's running away for a touchdown. That's a 25-yard touchdown run by Mr. Greenike.
Greenike just come running out to his right, followed his blockers. He does such a good job on that. He's able to actually, right on the heels of his blocker, took a block off the right side of the offensive line, and he was able to cut toward the near side of the field to his right, and he's able to punch it in on his feet.
All right, we're waiting for the extra point now, and it's good. So with that, up by 4 scores, 41-14. It is all Thunder. They're that much closer. They travel to Larimore next Saturday. Back in 1 minute, KSJB. All right, Joe, we had a squib kit there, and it's going to be the Aggies getting it back roughly at the 40. Was that 47 to 48 yard line?
Yeah, about the 47. Cole Clemenson kind of grabbing that ball and downing it. Just kind of making sure that the ball stays with the Aggies here. So the Aggies will start here on their own 47-yard line.
And they are down by 4 scores, 41-14. And there's still 4:29 remaining. And expect lots of bombs again from Hankey playing at the quarterback position. He's going to be in shotgun formation, 3 wide receivers to the far side, 1 to the left side. So expect some long bombs. Fakes the quick pass. He's going to step up in the pocket and misses it. Intercepted! Intercepted by the Thunder, and he's going to try to return it. It's Phillip Hagan, flag on the play, and that is after the interception, and it's still fumbled, and it's still anybody's ball because it fumbled, but it's going to be picked up by the Thunder.
Run it back
Flag,
to the
though.
41-yard line of the Aggies.
Wow, so just a little recap of what happened. That pass was intended for Andy Moe. Hit him in the hands. Couldn't hang on to it. It popped out and right into the hands of Phillip Hagan. And Hagan is going to return it for 34 yards up to about the 35-yard line, but then we have a penalty,
by the Thunder.
And it's an illegal block in the back by the Thunder. So
that's after the interception, though.
Yep, after the interception, so that should move them back about roughly.
It'll be 1st and 10 for the Thunder.
It's going to be in their own territory. So Stanford starting about the 35 in Aggie territory. They're going to be starting at the 42-yard line. 42-yard line.
Oh, yeah, 42-yard line, yep.
So still great field position, and they still have 4 minutes, 12 seconds to run down that clock. They're up 41-12 right now here tonight.
So the Thunder will start here, like Kyle said, 42-yard line, and we have a timeout called by the Thunder here.
Timeout Thunder. They're up 41-14. Back in 1 minute, KSJB. And it's Gehring to get the handoff to start things off. And he's going to gain maybe 2-3 yards on that one to start things off after the interception.
Yeah, just trying to run. Gets the handoff to his right, crossing the 40, where the line of scrimmage was at about the 42, and gets it up to about the 44. So they'll give him 2 yards. So that'll be about a 2-yard gain there for the Thunder.
So 2nd and 8 coming up. The ball is at their own 44.5-yard line. They lead 41-14 with 3:36 remaining. The winner plays Larimore next Saturday afternoon. I formation. D-Wald is going to hand it off to Gehring, and Gehring's got a face mask. That's a face mask tackle, so that's going to be automatic first down after that face mask tackle.
Yeah, that'll
penalty on the play.
That's what it looks like, and that was, like Kyle said, Gehring on the run there. So, yep, face mask, the official saying out there.
We'll see where they're going to put the ball. So it's going to be, excuse me, they say 3rd down on the chain gang, but they get 5-yard penalty. They're going to receive this. The ref is saying 2nd down. Well, the ref is saying 2nd down. Yep, there you go. So the ref said 2nd down, so it wasn't automatic first down, but he did gain 5 yards to make it 2nd and short. And now it says 3 again. I don't know which one.
I think they're arguing out there is what I think it is.
So maybe. The refs are going to figure it out now. just in case. Either way, it's a second or 3, maybe a 1 or 4, who knows, but we'll wait to see what they say. They say second down now. That's what the head ref says. So it's going to be second and short at the 50.
Thunder.
Second and short from the 50. 3:25 remaining, and the Thunder are that much closer to get their first playoff win in co-op history here this afternoon in Kulm. Pretty good for this team, Joe. They had a co-op how many years ago? They had winless seasons. They won 3 games last year, lost to Oaks on a field goal to make the playoffs.
Yep.
They come back, get 6 wins, and all of a sudden they're going to get their first playoff home game, and now they're this much closer to win that first playoff home game.
Yep.
Here's the snap. And that's going to be a young man carrying it there. We got a new crowd in the stands. That's going to be Bryce Fisher, senior at 170 pounds. And
Fisher
it's
on the
going to be
carry.
third down and no gain.
No gain on the play.
Yeah, just trying to
Timeout,
run it up the
Aggies.
middle, and we have a timeout on the field by the Aggies.
3:16 remaining, 41-14, 30-second break, KSJB. We're back here on AM 600, KSJB. Third and 2 coming up here for the Thunder as they are bringing some of the younger crowd out because they're going to try to save some of that football action that they have going on today against Larimore next
Hagen's
weekend.
at quarterback for
If
the
anything doesn't go wrong, of course, because there's still 3 minutes, 16 seconds left, 41-14. And underneath center, that's going to be Hagen as quarterback. And Hagen's going to try to take it, but that's going to be a flag, and that's going to be an automatic first down.
Taken on the
That was pretty
Keeper.
much looked like
Flag on
a
the
horse
Horse
collar
collar.
tackle there. And that'll be a penalty on the Aggies. And like Kyle said, that should give them a first down because it was just 3rd and 2 on that play there. We'll see once the officials talking it over
You
here.
know, if we're trying to get that ball back, they're playing pretty rough right now trying to get it back. They're doing face masks, host callers. Maybe it's just an accident or anything like that. But they still are down by 4 touchdowns almost, 41-14. The 2-time defending state champions, they've had this in a while, and it was a horse
foul
collar.
on the
Of course,
Aggies.
they lost 40-0 versus Larimore. And Larimore, I've heard they are just a tough team. I haven't seen them. Talking to some other people, they say it was a rough game for Park River Fordville-Lankin versus Larimore. And you know,
15
EEK, they
yard
played them.
penalty. It'll give
It was
the
a rough
Thunder a
game
first
too. I
down.
mean, that's theirs to lose from what everybody has said
38-yard
across the state for other media. It's Larimore's to lose this year.
Yeah, Larimore is a good, solid team this year. There's no doubt about it. They are just solid, and it's going to take a lot to stop them. But like you said, it's theirs to lose, I guess.
First and
And
And by the
Thunder.
way, they are moving down the 9-man next year. Larimore is. So
Okay.
they're their last year in Class A. And from what I heard from the North Dakota High School Activity Associations, Larimore would be moving down the 9-man. I'll have to look at that press release once again. And that's going to be handoff,
Walks.
and
on
that's
carry.
walks with a carry of 2 yards.
yeah, Talon Walks gets about 2 yards, just going up the
2
middle.
yards.
Score here,
It'll be second down
41
and
to
8.
14. The Thunder leading with 2 minutes and 50 seconds to go here in the ball game.
Good effort by 2 teams this afternoon, and it was close in the first half. It was back and forth for defense, special teams, and second half, it almost looked like Park River. They were coming back with a good vantage point, and then it was carried on the shoulders of Mr. Hankey. Oh, excuse me.
Hankey. Yep.
And he tried the best he could, but those incompletions, wide receivers didn't get open. Good cornerback defensive coverage by the
Thunder, definitely.
We have a delay in game on the Thunder. Delay of game, that's going to be a penalty,
game
so
on the
second and
Thunder.
long coming up here. About second and 12 or so. 2:15 remaining. And
Yeah.
once again, we don't know where we're traveling next week for playoff action. It all depends. Like I said, it depends on this game. It depends on the Napoleon-Gackle-Streeter game. Depends on the Kidder County game. So there's 3 teams left in our region that we cover for the radio station down here in this part of North Dakota. And
down
it's up in the air, Joe.
Yeah, Napoleon-Gackle-Streeter was within 2 points of Cavalier at halftime. We do not have any results there yet.
And Kidder County was tied at 8 with Hankinson.
Yep.
And there's going to be a carry and a
Fisher on the
flag
carry.
by Fisher had the carry, but there's a flag on the play.
Yeah, Fisher gets that ball up across the 40-yard line to about the 39. He'll gain a few yards on that play, but see once what the flag is. That's
Looks like it's on the holding on the Thunder.
Penalty is declined.
So it's declined to make it third down, third and long. Penalty declined. All right, so here we go. And Hagen is playing quarterback, by the way. Some of these young bucks, they're getting some playing time because before you know it, they're going to be playing here in the upper grades a lot in the starting lineup.
Yeah, it's good experience for them, especially on a playoff game.
Yes, against a very good team. Defending
Fisher
state
on the
champions,
carry.
Fisher with a carry, and that looks like no gain on that one.
Yeah, just gets it inside the 40 again. The line of scrimmage right about where he was brought down.
They'll
So
bring up fourth down.
1:44
and long 10.
remaining. 41-14 in favor for the Thunder. And they're going to just try to run one more play and run down that clock a little bit more. Park River looks like might get it back depending on this play right here on a 4th and 11 with the young crowd out there, young players. Hagen dropping back for a pass. He's going to step up. Oh, that's a beautiful throw, and it's going to be incomplete, and that's going to be turnover on downs, and Park River Fordville-Lankin gets the ball back with 1:16 remaining for this season.
that pass intended for Dylan Matke out on the right wing here in front of us on the near side. I mean, that was a beautiful pass put up by Hagen there, just a little bit overthrown, and it was going to be Jordan Omley on the coverage there to break up that play for the Aggies. So it'll be turnover on downs, and Aggies with the ball on their own 38-yard line with just a minute 16 to go here in the ball game, and the Ellendale Edgeley-Kulm Thunder lead 41-14.
Hankey controls the ball. He's going up for a bomb, and it's going to be picked, and a good completion to Omley, and Omley for a touchdown. That's that is officially a 62 yard, they say, for a touchdown pass.
So that pass to Omley, correct?
Yes, Omley it was, number 20.
So finally a pass completion there, and he had his men beat and right into his lap, and he's able to run it in standing up untouched. So now the Aggies go for some points here after the touchdown pass, a 62-yarder there by Omley.
All right, so here we go for 2-point conversion. Once again, mostly JV out on that side, and wide open for a good completion. That is Mo, and it's going to be 41-22 now. 41-22 with a minute 6 left in the game remaining. And it's going to be Park River Fordville-Lankin once again scoring on that drive. We're going to take a 30-second break here on KSJB. 41-22 after that 62-yard touchdown pass. That was officially from Hankey to Omley. Hankey's a senior, Omley's a senior, and those two players trying to go out here with a bang, but they're going to try an onside kick, Joe, I believe, with 1:06 left.
You would expect it.
Yeah. And they're going to try it, and it's going to be picked up by – who's it going to be picked up by? It's going to be Park River Fordville-Lankin, and Joe, we have a – situation here, it looks like, with a minute 4 left. You know, Sheely put his young crew in. Here comes the main starters again.
Yep.
Too close for comfort.
Lane Hansen, Brennan Vance.
For the Aggies.
Yep, so you have all the main starters coming in. Lane Hansen has to put his pads back on. He thought he was done. And here they go. The main defense is coming back on. Greenike, Vance, all of a sudden that it's anybody's game yet with that minute left. I would be very, very scared right now. Park River Fordville-Lankin, they have some good players, and they're going to try to go out, and it's up in the air and blocked there by the cornerback. That is Luke Wirtz.
Yeah, Luke Wirtz getting a hand up just before that ball into the hands of, I believe that was intended for Chalich maybe there for the Aggies, but just a nice job by the Thunder to break it up, but that stops the clock at 59 seconds. So the Aggies able to move the ball quick with passing, and right now an incomplete pass stops the clock. So, and
like I said, it's scary when you all of a sudden it's like 41-20, 41. Yeah, you may be 41-14. Quick pass, 41-22. Onside kick recovered, and they're going to throw it out and intercepted. Brennan Vance And will that seal the deal? We'll see with Brennan Vance still running. He's still going. And he's going to go for a touchdown. Brennan Vance. And these older players are just too much for Park River Fordville-Lankin. How much was that return there?
About a 67-yarder. He picks it up about the 33 there, and he's able to get some blocking. Once he crossed midfield, it looked like the Aggies were going to catch up with him, but he was able to get a couple blocks in around the 30 and the 40, and he's able to run it all the way back untouched. So 47-22 now, the Thunder strike right back.
Point after attempt.
All right, so here's the kick up, and he's getting a lot of practice. That's good for that. So now it's officially 48-22. But once again, is Sheely going to keep out his starters now since, they get another chance on offense, the Park River Fordville-Lankin Aggies?
Yeah, it didn't take much time off the clock there. 43 seconds to go. And remember, that started with, a minute 4.
And now they had some points. That's all that matters, I guess, is you get some points. We're going to take a 30-second break, 48-22, back in 30. So what does Sheely do? He's going to bring out Gehring to kick the ball, looks like, with them up 48-22. And the winner plays Larimore. And, let's see what Sheely's going to keep the younger players in, or is he going to bring back the varsity starting lineup? There's a kick. It's going to be picked up by Omley. Omley's going to go all the way on the cross on the other side of the field where there's plenty of running room, and he's still going. He gets off to the edge. One player the beat. It's Gehring, and he's pushed out near that 50-yard line. Great return by Omley.
Omley picking that ball up at about the 22-yard line, and then crosses the field from our near side to the far side, cutting forward, and then it's Gehring that actually makes the stop, knocking him out of bounds about the 49-yard line. So a good stop there by the Thunder, but a good return by the Aggies. 34 seconds to go in the ballgame, 48-22. Ellendale Edgeley-Kulm on top of the Park River Fordville-Lankin Aggies.
All right, so it looks like we have the young crowd out there once again there, Joe.
Yep.
1st and 10 from the 49-yard line. Do they have the young crowd out, though? I can't see.
Yeah, they're still in a huddle here on the sideline.
They're going to say timeout for the Aggies. They are down 48-22, 34 seconds remaining. Back in 30 seconds, KSJB. We're back here. Timeout for the Aggies as it's 48-22. The Thunder are that much closer to getting that first playoff win. 34 seconds remaining. And looks like the young crowd is out there again, once again, the junior varsity for the Thunder, Joe. And is Hankey in there? I cannot see. No, Hankey is not in there.
Looks like
Jace Fontaine. Jace Fontaine is the quarterback from what I can see. And he's going to hand it off this time to the right side to Irving. And that's going to be a gain of about 5 yards, and that runs down the clock to 25 seconds.
Yeah, just a quick handoff running to his right there. Crosses midfield, gets it up to about the 45-yard line, right on the 45 there for Owen Irving.
10 seconds remaining. Here's our last play, Joe, as the Thunder will move on to the quarterfinals. Handoff, and that's it. That will do it for the game on the tackle right there. Fumble. Final score, 48 for the Ellendale Edgeley-Kulm Thunder and Park River Fordville-Lankin 22. Back in 3 minutes for the postgame show, KSJB. Final score from Kulm for the first round of the playoff game. It's the first ever win for the Ellendale Edgeley-Kulm Co-op for the playoffs. 48-22, they defeat the two-time defending state champions, Park River Fordville-Lankin Aggies, 48-22. A great team effort for Coach Sheely and his squad. Let's get some stats going, starting all the way back in the first quarter. We had a touchdown. Actually, it started with a fumble on the kickoff return by Park River Fordville-Lankin, and that pretty much set the tone for the rest of the game. It started with the first play. It takes the Thunder at the 10:44 mark. In the first quarter, a touchdown by Greenike, a 1-yard touchdown run. Extra point was good. 7-0 EEK. The Thunder Park River Fordville-Lankin had a turnover and downs. The next touchdown came at 4 minutes, 54 seconds in the first quarter. It was a pass from Dewald to his tight end, Luke Wirtz. A 4-yard touchdown pass, extra point good, 14-0 Thunder. The Park River fumbles it. That's two turnovers, already in the first quarter for the Thunder. After that, Thunder had the punted, but Park River Fordville-Lankin, they scored a touchdown with 15 seconds remaining in the first quarter. It was Hankey completed to Moe for the 2-yard touchdown pass. Extra point no good, 14-6 Thunder. Then there was a fumble by the Thunder to start out your second quarter. Park River Fordville-Lankin then had the punted, though, after that. Then the Thunder scored a touchdown with 4 minutes, 43 seconds in the second quarter. This time it was a beautiful play, a trick play. Inward from Dewald to a quick pass to Wirtz. Wirtz, the wide receiver, threw up a bomb to Brennan Vance, wide open on a trick play. A 51-yard touchdown pass, extra point good, 21-6 Thunder. And then after that, they score again on the last play of the second quarter. It was Dewald to Lane Hansen, a 40-yard touchdown pass with no time remaining. Extra point no good, 27-6 at halftime. Well, the Thunder, they started off pretty strong. They actually fumbled it to start things off in your second half in the second possession for them on offense. Park River Fordville-Lankin gets the ball back with a touchdown with 3 minutes, 58 seconds remaining in your third quarter. This time it was Hankey with a 3-yard touchdown run. 2-point conversion was good, 27-14 Thunder yet. After that, a couple turnover on downs for both teams. And then the Thunder score with 7 minutes, 9 seconds remaining in the fourth quarter. This time it was a 5-yard touchdown run by Gehring. Extra point good by Gehring, 34-14 Thunder. And then after that, they score again, the Thunder do, with 4 minutes, 30 seconds remaining. This time it was Greenike with a 25-yard touchdown run. Extra point was good, 41-14 Thunder. All of a sudden, Park River Fordville-Lankin intercepted on their drive trying to come back, and then they actually they score again after a turnover by the Thunder. Park River Fordville-Lankin scores a touchdown with roughly about 2 minutes remaining. It was officially Hankey to his wide receiver, Omley, 62-yard touchdown pass, 2-point conversion was good, 41-22. Thunder in the lead. There was an interception. Actually, there was an onside kick, then an interception by the Thunder, and then the last touchdown came for the Thunder. It was at the 48-second mark remaining in the game. It was number 15, Brennan Vance, with the 67-yard interception return. 2-point conversion good, 48-22 final score. And the Thunder are victorious under the co-op for the first time ever. Great crowd on hand, beautiful weather. They're traveling to Larimore next weekend. Joe still adding up some stats here, and, we were looking at some scores here. I'm going to actually try to figure out some scores to see exactly what's going on, because we're going to do a game next week. We just don't know which one, Joe, right?
Yep, that's for sure. Here, I'll go ahead and I'll just start here with the visiting team here for some personal stats and the team stats here. Park River Fordville-Lankin, the Aggies. This is all unofficial, of course, but their leading rusher was Mr. Number 23, of course, the Hankey guy. Mr. Jackson Hankey pretty much leads this team. I'll tell you what, he had 29 yards of rushing here in the second half. He had 50 in the first, so 79 yards of offensive rushing for him, and there was 8 yards put up on the board by Owen Irving and only 4 yards of rushing for Elijah Hilden. So they had 28 carries for a total of 108 yards of offensive rushing. Now passing the ball in that second half, there were 3 of 11 for 103 yards. A couple big passes that Jackson Hankey did complete. One of them was to Jordan Omley for 62 yards. That was the largest play of the game for the passing for the Aggies. Another big pass in the second half was a 40-yard completion to Andy Moe. So Andrew Moe catching that ball, and he had 42 yards of completions. And back in the, for the for the whole game, 7 of 21 for 159 yards. Couple penalties that the Aggies had against them with just a few minutes to go. They had a face mask and a horse collar tackle that kind of hurt them a little bit. But now we jump over to the Ellendale Edgeley-Kulm Thunder, the home team, the winning team here, as they put up 48 points on the board. They win 48-22 here. Had 27 carries for them offensively in the second half for 175 yards. The biggest carriers in the second half, Clayton Greenike, 106 yards, and Cole Gehring stepping it up while Greenike was on the sideline with a little injury. He had 52 yards in the second half. He had 23 in the first half, so he had 75 total yards for the game. Clayton Greenike, I had 193 yards for the game as he had 87 yards back in the first half. And then Nathan Peterson had 18 of his own yards, and Talon Walks had 7 yards. So total, 49 carries, 303 yards of moving that ball. Passing-wise, only a couple passes thrown by Jake Dewald in that second half. A completion of no gain to Luke Wirtz and a 10-yard gain to Hunter White. So 2 for 2 for 10 yards. Overall, he was 9 of 12 for 179 yards. The biggest pass completion was a 51-yarder to Brennan Vance back in that first half on a trick play. And Luke Wirtz had 57 yards total passing. Brennan Vance had 68 total yards. Lane Hansen 40 yards of passing, and they had a penalty on an illegal block in the back and a holding call in the second half. So a lot of offense going there, huh?
That's a lot of offense. Now, we're getting some score updates, and we got some good ones. It looks like the final score from Velva Killdeer, it is 28-9 Velva over Killdeer in that Class A playoff game. Now, for 9-man football, Shiloh Christian was down 27-12 at halftime. They win it 46-41 against Widmer Lidgerwood.
Wow.
So Shiloh comes back, and what an offensive score that was. Final from Napoleon. Napoleon Gackel Streeter defeats Cavalier 32-26. Kidder County now, another team in our region. Kidder County was driving, and they were intercepted at the Hankinson 5-yard line to tie it up, and that sealed the deal, 24-16 on that score. So Hankinson wins against Kidder County in a great game. So Kidder County almost tied it up to send it in overtime. Right at the 5-yard line, it says that they were intercepted. So, Joe, we have 2 games that we have to pick from, and we're going to discuss that, looks like, on the way home, because right now, Ellendale Edgeley-Kulm is traveling up the Larimore, which is quite a haul from the Ellendale Edgeley-Kulm area.
They're both going to be far because with the win from Napoleon Gackel Streeter over Cavalier, that moves them in the bracket. Thompson
won against Richland by a lot.
Yep.
So that means we are either going to Thompson or Larimore next week, and we're going to have to discuss that, I guess, on the way home and figure out which playoff game we're going to do. So with that, thank you to our sponsors once again to make this broadcast possible. It was a fun game. Ellendale Edgeley-Kulm get their first playoff win in co-op history with a 48-22 win.
And their first playoff game.
Yes, and it was a home game of all things.
Yep.
And it worked out well for Coach Sheely and the crowd. So that's our final score, 48-22 here in Culm for this game. And we're online today at KSJBAM.com. Bison game coming up at 5:30 here on KSJB, so we have more football action coming up. And like Joe and I said, next week, just pay attention to our Facebook and On Air to figure out what playoff game we're going to do next weekend. And it's going to be a hard decision between those two teams.
Yeah, it is.
All right, once again, final score 48-22. Thank you to our sponsors, and thank you to Logan back at the studio for our studio engineer to make this broadcast possible also. Joe, any final last words?
Not really, but very, very good game here. I guess, the home team actually really showed some dominance, and they played pretty well against Larimore. They were down by about 12 at halftime and lost, what was it, 49-23. I mean, they played with Larimore. Mm-hmm. And, in the playoffs, anything can happen. Napoleon Gackel Streeter upset
Cavalier. That's it. I think that's an upset.
I would
too.
call that an upset. I mean, good. Good job for the Napoleon Gackle Streeter team. I mean, because that's a huge win for them. That's going to be a motivation.
And keeping that track of that team, Shiloh, they have home field advantage throughout, and they almost lost at their home field, and which is rare. I think they're undefeated for the last how many years in Shiloh. So it's going to be quite interesting.
And we had heard that was going to be a very good game with them and Whitmer.
It was.
Lidgerwood, and it was, yeah. What'd you say, 46-41?
I think
wow.
it was. They came back from a 21-20-12 deficit or something. Either way, final score here for this game, 48-22. I'm Kyle Dean.
And I'm Joe Jacob.
See you guys next Saturday for our playoff game, where to be determined here on KSJB. Have a good night, everybody.